The gnome leads you forth, and he takes you through a couple of little paths that don't really seem all that dangerous after the fight you had just had and the amount of enemies you had been encountering. There doesn't seem to be too many from this point onwards, and as you go along, he quickly takes out or assassinates any of the ones that do happen to just be wandering around on their own, but there's no really big groups. And he explains to you that him and his party have been down here for quite some time, and they tend to thin out some of the groups and whatnot before they decide to rest, just so that they don't have to worry about a big one walking up on them whenever they're asleep.
As you should.
And because they're, they essentially are much more adept than you are. This is a much stronger party. They essentially, you don't know. I can't tell you guys what level they are, but like the whole adventurer ranks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And how I believe you guys are silver. I have it written down here somewhere.
Yeah, I think we're silver.
Yeah, you're silver. You guys never did the gold upgrade, but these people, they're not even gold. They're not even platinum. They're the step above platinum.
Challenge.
Obsidian?
Diamond?
No. Diamond would be above this. They are malachite.
Huh. Isn't malachite iron?
Isn't that blue?
Also, diamond's not the one right after that. It's like
Green.
a lot higher. Diamond is very high. Let's just say that.
Oh, Alex, real quick.
Oh wait, no, I read that wrong. Fuck, I forgot. No, malachite's a different ore. My bad. I meant to say orichalcum.
Alex, how many uses are on my kiwi bomb?
Actually, just for anybody who did a new spell, it has uses, right?
I didn't do any new spells.
I technically don't have a spell.
Yeah, but it's your skill or skill spell, whatever it may be. If it does not have uses, I need to fix that. All right. For yours, Frenchie.
Oh, my gorilla!
Fuck your snack.
Your gorilla?
My gorilla! Where'd he go?
He doesn't fuck you in the ass yet.
Shit, where did that actually go?
Bumhole.
Oh, there it is.
Ah. There we go. All right, there's yours, Frenchie. I already did angels. And
How old is this lollipop?
I was actually gonna say lolly.
No, because I don't know how long ago this was, but I had went to a baby shower. I want to say,
You get the baby in the shower.
and well, basically, I finally decided to open this thing. Let's see. I don't know. That doesn't even say the date. I want to say last year I went to this thing.
Oh my god. Eat it.
Well,
Not worth it. It's not
Eat
worth
it.
it.
well, like no. Basically, what I was gonna say, I never opened their goodie bag until now. I was like, wonder what's in here. I just had it over here on the side.
Eat it.
There's even a mint.
Eat the mint.
That's bad, right?
I'll say I'll fucking eat the mint. I'm not worried about the mint. I was more worried about the lollipop.
As long as there's not mold on the lollipop, it should be fine.
Do candies mold?
I mean,
not really.
maybe?
Some might, depending on what's in them, like chocolate.
Doesn't cotton candy grow mold?
Cotton candy just goes the fuck away. I'm pretty sure, Chief. It is.
I think it
literally just-
hardens, doesn't it actually? It
yeah,
hardens?
yeah, it hardens because it's just pure sugar.
Hmm.
I think I left cotton candy out one time and it hardened. It's the same idea as like hard candy, kind of. It would turn into hard candy roughly. Not very good, but you know.
Depends on the hard candy. I could go for
Yeah.
some Jolly Ranchers right now.
So you know how mints are normally like these mints, like those cheap mints that are soft normally?
No.
Yes.
Well, this one's one of those, but it's rock hard.
Yes, throw that away, Harvey.
Click on it.
Like, I
No,
can't
better,
break it.
better yet, you should just shove it in your ass.
It just tastes like chalk as well, so I'm gonna just honestly toss it away. So, Alex, what happened?
I'm doing Sawyer's uses real quick. I'm almost done writing it.
Damn it, why does Sawyer always have to be a problem child?
I pointed out things. I'm fixing the problems for the future.
You also took the longest to do your stuff, so
Yeah, well, I had the most points, technically.
I suppose so. I suppose that's true. So, anyways, he explains, they cleared out whatnot, and how they were a part of a much larger mercenary group, that they had been attached to essentially whenever they left the whatchamacallit, the fucking,
The Dinglebird
what's it called? Adventuring
Oh, bird.
Guild.
Guild, yeah. When they left the Adventuring Guild, they attached onto a mercenary company that the Adventuring Guild had also hired because they couldn't get enough adventurers high enough caliber to do anything. They were hoping that mass numbers would solve the problem. It didn't. They essentially, he explains that one of the people you fought back there on that bridge, he was one of the sergeants, the one guy. He was a sergeant of an army that has decided to partially inhabit this place, the labyrinth.
Hmm.
I want to live here.
He explains to you that there has been a necromancer who's been going around, and he's famous throughout the world for causing like mayhem and like just insurrections and monster attacks wherever he goes, especially undead ones.
Huh.
But wherever his army goes has fallen, but he doesn't stay there. He leaves behind people to hold the forts or the dilapidated places he takes over, especially like old castles and forts that have been abandoned along the northern part of this continent, as well as many. He's also been all over the other continents as well, but nobody really knows a specific territory that he has. He seems to just appear in places, no idea how he got to them, and then cause mayhem. And after having killed the previous king of the dwarves, he says about roughly probably about 50 years ago, it has just gotten worse and worse from that point.
Dwarf or gnome?
Dwarf.
Sounds like a main quest kind of guy. Do you guys think?
Nah.
And yeah, so he
Make
also
sure to
gives you a
forget
little
this.
bit of like an update or briefing on what is causing stuff in the labyrinth. During your about hour and a half travel, he explains how essentially what happened was the labyrinth has been here for a very long time, and various monsters have populated it as time has gone on. But essentially, it was the greenskins that really have taken over in the past few years. But suddenly, out of nowhere, the undead just took over. And they took over from the bottom level, which is not usually what would happen. Somehow, undead apparently started appearing in the bottom levels. And where it was usually pretty easy to get through like the first couple of levels, which the greenskins, had full control over, and it would get harder as you go down. Suddenly now a lot of the stronger greenskins were being pushed to the top levels or pushed out by the undead. And they started seeking other ways after they lost their farms and whatnot in their home, the deeper levels. They started going out and pillaging to bring back food and whatnot to survive. And currently that is what's going on, is just that power struggle. He says roughly at this level, this is where most of the battles happen. This is this cavern between the greenskins and the undead army. He says the path that he thinks y'all took was the one that he believes you came from the same place him and his party did, because he explains the trap that you guys went through.
Hmm.
But he, like, when you guys described like how you fell from that one little part into the cavern area, he says that that did not happen to them, that they were teleported directly to the end of the cavern
Mm.
in a different place entirely. So he has no clue. They don't have this mapped out very well, the cavern. They have maps of the other floors to some extent, same as y'all, but they haven't hit. So far, they haven't managed to actually like hit the very bottom floors. They've been pretty much stuck in the cavern due to the war that's going on right now. They can't really seem to get past this point, just because they get overwhelmed with numbers, and then the other group comes in to kind of try to clean up either faction. So at the moment, there is the what's left of the mercenaries and the adventurers, who are all camped up ahead where you guys are heading. There's the undead, and then there's the greenskins, and they're all vying for control. Though the adventurers and the mercenaries can, what it say, like for every adventurer, you know, it's however many greenskins or however many undead. You have no clue the actual estimates, but you have much less numbers than the greenskins and the undead, even with adding you guys into the fray.
We have 5.
So what
Essentially,
you're saying
you guys
is
are
we
the
should
elites.
escape.
You guys are the elites. You guys could take down however so many numbers per person, you know, much better equipped, much better trained, much more powerful. However, you know, when you start getting into like the leaders of the other groups, when they come out onto the field, then things are even and it becomes a problem. They have their own elite troops. So it's really like you guys aren't a major player, is this what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, this is me to you guys. This isn't Gnome anymore.
We're not the main characters.
Well, I mean, from this story, yes, you are, technically. But down here, in this fight, y'all's faction is more like...
What the fuck you doing here?
No, not exactly. Just because they can't... Currently, the gnome describes that their camp is very well fortified. And, you know, they have magic and, like, magic traps and everything. And for the most part, you guys are ignored. You know, like a patrol might come or something like that, you know, but for the most part, there hasn't been an all-out assault by either side, due to the fact that if they are assaulting your camp, then the greenskins would attack the undead, or the undead would attack the greenskins. So it's really just kind of a standstill right now. None of the sides seem to be able to gain an advantage. They're hoping you can make a difference, but that's all he gets to tell you before you make it there. There's one last thing he does explain, however, is that the necromancer is here right now. The standstill's been going on for... He says his group's been stuck down here with the other mercenaries for probably about 2, 3, maybe 4 months. And supplies-wise, they're not doing the best, but they're holding on just because they have some clerics and some wizards that are able to pretty much create food and water through spells and magic and whatnot.
I wonder if I knew anyone who could do that.
At least enough to feed everybody to some extent. And, you know, they're also able to, like, attack supply lines and whatnot if they sneak around for, like, little bits of stuff, or, like, sneak in.
Like
So yeah, that's currently what's going on down here. You guys are essentially like a little, almost like a little terrorist cell in the middle of a fucking war.
Terrorist now.
I'm glad you compared us to terrorists.
I don't know. I mean, what other words would you have me describe? Like, you guys are like, I don't want to call you ninjas, but like...
Yeah, call us ninjas. I want to be a ninja.
You guys are a very small elite group that can't...
So what you're saying is we gotta make a treaty with the greenskins so they can get their land back.
You could have compared us to the A-team.
I was about to say that.
That's up to you, Axel. I'm just going to point out, by the way, there's many ways to go about achieving whatever objectives you guys want to achieve whilst you were down here. Whether that's get to the lower floors, whether that's solve the fucking war, whether you want to kill the necromancer, or like Greenskin King or some shit. Who the fuck knows? If you want to do treaty, whatever the fuck. You guys end up deciding on. I've written out a lot of stuff and like for ideas I thought you guys might do, or that I might do if I was in your position. But you may throw me for a loop. Who knows? So, you guys get to the camp, and you're greeted by adventurers and mercenaries who are armed to the fucking teeth. And the gnome goes up and talks to them and everything, and then you see this
Gnome.
the fucking super like big motherfucker comes walking out, and you can see that he essentially has a what is like paw print just tattooed onto his face. He has scars all down his neckline and shit like that. His left eye is blinded, and he's in very heavy like plate armor. And he walks over with no helmet on to you. His helmet underneath his arm, and his sword by his side with a shield on the back. And he introduces himself as the mercenary captain, the leader of the expedition down here. What you guys like show him your paperwork from the guild, stating that this is you've also been sent here to figure out what the fuck's going on, everything. And he asked if you would like to join forces with the people here. He said that they are also trying to get to the bottom floors, so they'll assist you any way they can if you're willing to assist them any way you can.
That sounds fair.
Same objective.
Because our mission objective wasn't it just to solve the issue of why the greenskins are pillaging?
I think so.
No.
We
You were supposed to one of the things was you were supposed to figure out why there was so many like enemies and monsters and whatnot coming out of the labyrinth.
Right.
So that's already accomplished. We know
Your-
why.
Your side objective was to stop it, and you get paid a lot more if you stop it. Otherwise, if you don't stop it, you're supposed to completely destroy the labyrinth.
So we know why already. So if part one's accomplished, we could say.
So it's your choice whether to destroy the labyrinth or whether to try to investigate more.
Cause hear me out, Sawyer, and she and Angel.
The one that matters. Yeah, hear me.
No, I said all three of you.
Before you guys have this talk, by the way,
Okay then.
I need to explain something. So this guy comes walking up, and after he talks to you, he kind of looks quizzical, almost confused, and he's like, "Which one of you is the leader of this party?"
Oh boy.
We all huddle up into a circle.
Pretty sure we claimed to be leader when we went to the.
I hold up Xena. This one.
Shut up.
Bonzo, throw Bonzo in
So you
there.
run a roll a charisma check.
All right.
Sawyer, I swear to God, the dog can't talk.
The
Good.
guy does not seem very amused at your joke.
Throw Bonzo.
Really, yeah, the leader. We're just kind of all.
I was
there.
gonna say, I
Says
claim
that he
to be.
doesn't have time for petty jokes. Who is the leader?
I claimed to be leader last time. You want me to just claim leader again?
You go for it.
Yeah.
I'm in charge. I tell him.
Big boy.
So, you walk up and he goes to shake your hand. Strength check from you, real quick.
Oh God.
Rolls not one, hand falls off before even making contact.
Hey, that's not that bad.
He looks you in the eyes and he's like, "You have a warrior's grip," and shakes your hand and invites you into. He says, "Any of the facilities are welcome to you." He'll let everybody know. He explains that not all of the mercenaries are. Most of the weak ones, like the chaff, have died. There's pretty much no like basic soldier dudes for the most part left. There's like a few, maybe 10. He has roughly about like 10 elite mercenaries who are pretty good at what they do. Then there's him. And when it comes down to adventurers, there is a party of 6 who are also here. And they're the only ones that are left. And they're pretty much a ragtag group of various adventurers from different parties who have come down here and have made it this far. Many haven't even made it this far. So apparently They
We're
lost
pretty-
a lot of them to traps.
Hmm.
We're pretty good.
If only we had
Right.
some kind of goblin in a backpack that we could send through said traps.
Huh.
That
Also,
goblin died.
I want to
So,
ask him if he had a gnome killing his party member every so often. That happens to us a lot.
He asks, which gnome?
We don't know his name, do we? He's just a gnome.
I run
You
up to
know his
Tammy,
name.
grab her on the shoulders. Where'd you see the fucking gnome?
Are you talking about Alexius Nomius?
Yeah.
You guys
We
know
know-
his name. He's introduced himself.
I was about to say we know his name.
Oh well, there you go.
What an idiot.
He just says he doesn't know anybody by the name of Alexius Nomius.
Fair enough. Curious.
Alexius Nomius appears before you and flicks you off before disappearing, and the guy doesn't seem to notice.
I pull down my pants and moon Alexius Nomius.
He's already gone.
I still do it.
You're
God.
insulting
I
the
walk away.
Where do
captain.
you do it at?
What?
I'm ignoring Sawyer.
I do it
Anyway.
at where he poofed.
And so yeah, what do you guys do now? And the gnome's already walked off and gone. Go.
Is it a
rest.
gnome or a dwarf?
Gnome. You've seen his face at this point when he uncovered it.
So, where'd that gnome go?
So I think this should be the battle plan. Either we gotta find out where the headquarters is for the Greenskins and try to talk treaty with them, so we could then defeat the undead. Because it seems like as long as we defeat the undead, they'll move deeper into the ravine or whatever you want to call this dungeon.
Mhm.
And then problem solved. We cause less enemies. Plus, we made the enemies that were giving us issues originally just going deep.
Hmm.
Or we annihilate everyone, which is gonna be a lot more difficult.
But a lot more fame.
I'd imagine we still would get a good amount of fame from it
Um,
talking treaty with the Greenskins.
Sure.
I'm just gonna give you 1 point. It's kind of a hint, kind of not at the same time. This is something that's pretty much well known: is that greenskins tend to be very belligerent. That's all I'm gonna say.
We need to explain that word.
It means they're not very cash money if you catch them adrift.
Now, there are things such as high greenskins, which are like
Do they have like
for the
giant
most part,
bongs?
not really goblins. Goblins tend to be pretty shitty overall, no matter what. But there are such things as high orcs, and they tend to be like the leaders, just because they're bigger, stronger, and smarter than normal orcs. And those are the ones you guys would like. If like for instance, Bean was a high orc essentially. She's different from like the base greenskin orcs.
Excuse me.
Base greenskin orcs, they're very barbaric, and a lot of them, most of them don't speak common.
Mm.
That's what I was saying. We gotta find the higher ups. Probably
Well, I
didn't
think-
kill that freaking. That guy was probably stupid still.
Yeah, I think by the time we would find the higher ups, they wouldn't be very willing to listen to us in the first place, due to how many people we'd probably have to kill just to get to them.
They'd understand to a certain degree, I'd imagine.
I don't know. I have little faith in
Bean
orcs.
was like half orc, so like whether it was a lowly orc or not, she's like half human. So I mean,
I'm just like, she was half human and she was still kind of
fucking stupid. Yeah.
She
Anyways,
she wasn't all there.
Ugar is also half orc, except for she told me that he was half dwarf, half orc, but just really tall because the orc. And I was like, okay, and we went with it.
Sure. Why not?
I'm slightly below average heighted orc, but
So
I'm
what do we
also
want to do then?
I mean, the camp's here. If you guys want me to explain anything about the encampment, you're free, or I'm free to tell you. Essentially, you guys come in through like the back, the one entrance through the back. There's 2 exits out of the camp. One leads towards the orcs, apparently. The other one leads towards the undead.
I think we should head towards the orcs.
these are pretty narrow paths, but apparently they like come out into a bigger area if you go out certain branching ways.
Because
then
we
other
also do
ways
more damage against the undead.
That is true.
So we wanted to just annihilate them without their treaty, you know.
Hmm.
So problem when we have to talk to people, the mercenaries, if we do want to make something like that, if they don't agree with it, or something.
That's why we would, yes, but
Yeah.
you know, it all depends on what we decide on still.
Yeah.
I think it's
So-
always a shot doing a treaty with them. And if it doesn't work, well, back to murdering.
Swear.
Are you talking about treaty with the orcs or the mercenaries?
Well,
We're
we're
already
already.
part with the mercenaries.
That's what I thought. That's what was confusing me.
I'll be right back. Let you guys make your decisions.
I think the orcs would be interesting.
Oh, you're on with the
Wait,
undead.
do any of us talk greenskin though?
I do.
No. Oh, let me show you this.
Alright. Do we have any way to pacify him?
I have a chance to root them, but it'll still do damage.
Well, I mean, as long as we could just, like, you know, capture some, I'd imagine. Hold them captive.
Maybe one of the mercenaries has a big net.
I think capturing somebody is a way to go. Treaty.
Well, if you want to make a treaty, you know, one way of doing it is a hostage.
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
I don't know. I'm liking this idea. So we capture
in
the Great Orc's child and force
Maybe
him
not
to
their
make a
child,
peace
or
treaty.
maybe a
Youngest.
lieutenant.
Maybe it's Fleshlight.
I mean, more, we capture a lieutenant of the orcs, you know. Hopefully we'll send a group to, you know, rescue him.
But there is always the chance they don't care about their lieutenant.
Well, next thing would be a captain and commander,
Oh,
which would be a little more difficult to capture, I'd imagine.
why
That's
would
true.
like how would you trust somebody with a truce if you kidnap somebody and force them?
Well, easy.
Well-
We show that the guy is still in good health, you know. Looks like we weren't torturing him.
So we do torture via tickle.
We don't need to torture them in general. We just gotta hold them captive.
Well, yeah, but if we need them to talk, we gotta tickle them, right?
Definitely disagree with kidnapping somebody.
I
Fine,
think
we
it's a
won't
great
kidnap,
idea.
but still.
Well, it's basically kidnapping.
Okay, borrow them from their chair.
He does still would probably need to find a way of with less. With, we gotta still find a way without killing a lot of people to get there. I'd imagine.
Because
See, that's what I think the hard part is. I think it's gonna be impossible to get there without bloodshed.
Well, no, bloodshed would still be spilt, but the goal would be, you know, not to kill everyone.
So basically go for non-fatal hits.
Yeah, subdue them.
That would definitely make things a lot harder, considering a majority of us wouldn't be able to use a good bit of our skills and spells.
I feel like if we just have anything in common, I think the orc would probably agree just a truce against the undead.
We could always go with the threatening tactic.
Yeah,
Of-
don't
of-
agree with that one though.
Of beating
Fuck.
our way to the captain and then saying, make peace or die.
Yeah, but
Well,
then
by that point, we're deleting the numbers we need to help defeat the undead.
Oh, did we need the orcs for the undead?
Well, Alex already mentioned that
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah, you're right.
in the fight we're all equal, which is not a good
Mhm.
sign. If we could find a leg up in this war, you know, then we would be okay. Like
Yeah.
teaming up with the orcs.
yeah, but the whole kidnapping is bad.
Yeah, I'd admit the kidnapping was a stretch, but you know, we still need a sort of
if
strategy.
you want something for them, but if you want them to be your team, probably not the best of ideas. If anything, you can maybe help them solve a problem, gain their trust, because kidnapping doesn't give a lot of trust, does
Mhm.
it?
All right, let's wait. I think I have an idea, but we need Alex here.
Hmm.
Also, you like this GIF I found?
don't understand what it is.
I just
Kaboom.
searched my name and it came up.
Kaboom.
No kaboom yet.
Soon enough, small child.
We like the boomers that go boom.
When I looked up your name, Axel, I got this.
Is it a dancing banana with my name above it?
No.
Is it John Krasinski laying down?
No.
Is it that one person from that one game saying got it memorized?
Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know. What the fuck is that supposed to be?
I don't know.
All I know is it's kind of scary.
It's super scary. Oh, we found the same one, Angel.
Nope, I found it first.
Damn it.
1 minute.
Oh no! Snake.
I
Oh.
killed him.
My ear.
You good, Alex?
Oh, I moved him into the snake pit.
Oh.
Don't be suspicious.
Are you
no.
just moving him back and forth?
Don't be
You're gonna
laughing.
make his
Yeah.
computer crash.
That'd be funny.
You know how awful his computer is. This 2 gigs of RAM.
Doesn't he buy more RAM again?
I don't know.
He's buying food. Can't be buying lamb.
Fair.
Treat
Me a
myself to some
RAM?
food. I'm just gonna let my computer get crashed. Alright, so what's your plan? Would you like to share with the class, Axel?
I'm gonna ask the captain to see if he has any scouts, and if so, if they've already scouted, how deep they've scouted into the Orcs' land, or the Greenskin land, in hopes that they know where their headquarters or their main camp would be.
Mm.
And then I was gonna tell them about our idea of asking for peace, or a truce to take down the undead.
Sounds stupid.
I mean, it's not an awful idea.
So we could defeat the undead, then they have no excuse to being so far up, and they could rebuild.
I'm back.
Wow.
Finally.
Hi.
Sorry, it took a second. My grandfather started asking me about some.
Alright, I'd like to find out where is the captain now?
See, it would have been funnier had it been a Mexican flag sawyer.
Angel
all
found
I'm
it
saying.
first.
Oh, he did. I didn't scroll up.
Yeah, blame him.
Wait, did you just copy and paste his meme again?
No,
right after
I
he did
found it like 5 seconds after he did.
Seconds. Still more like 2 minutes.
I'll fucking slap that dick off your chest.
Anyways, so what's up? What are you guys up to here? You're in the
I
camp.
would like to talk to the captain again.
Okay, what do you want to ask him?
I want to know if he had any scouts already venture into the Greenskins' land.
Oh, he said that they've done several raiding parties. That's where they get a lot of their food.
But I'm not
Now,
talking
by
about
raiding
raids.
parties, he means they sent like rogues and assassins. A couple of like the 2 guys from the adventuring party. They sent them, and then they had a bigger group, but then essentially they would sneak in. So yes,
Okay.
they do.
Do they know where their main
Oh yeah,
encampment is? for the
they know
Greenskin?
just about every single thing about that encampment.
Alright.
At
Is,
least that they can visually ascertain from a distance.
do they know if their captain is located there?
The Greenskin what, captain?
or king, whatever you want
Yeah.
to call him.
They know where his throne room is too.
Do they know how far away it is?
Yes.
How far?
He shows you on the map, roughly like. Are you talking about from here?
Yes.
Well, I mean, are you asking where from here to the throne room or from here to fucking their encampment like wall?
I mentioned here from the throne room.
I don't. Axel, how am I? I'm not gonna know that exact distance.
How many tiles, Alex?
How long did it take for travel?
to
to get
travel?
here to
through
there?
the caves and in the cavern?
Yeah.
Like half an hour. You'd get to the wall in half an hour.
Really? They're that
Yeah.
fucking close?
Yeah.
And they've not died yet?
Well, you guys aren't walking like super slow. Like you got to think when they send out a party like this, they're moving fast so that they don't like their scouts don't like have time to get back and tell them they're coming.
What are the
They don't get
relations with the
seen in
orcs?
the first place. The relations with the orcs?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fucking horrible. They have taken mercenary captives. Apparently, they're holding them there for food. Big ass cages.
Do you think a truce is a good idea? Or
And the captain looks at you and he's like, "You can't like bargain with these things."
That's what I thought.
What are the numbers?
He says that the orcs, they're not entirely sure just because they're scattered a little bit from time to time. Like, they don't. There's not like a whole lot of leadership when it comes down to like the day-to-day like basics and whatnot, but essentially leadership for orcs is, can their lead, like their top guy, get them all together and walking in the same direction to fight. Other than that, they don't stay in the fort. They do what they want. A lot of them are in the fort, they so choose. And honestly, the defenses at their fort, pretty dog shit overall. However, there's just so many enemies. Like, if you get seen before you make it to the wall, arrows will just rip you to shreds from goblins. And then orcs will come out and fucking bring you in for food.
How about the undead side? How is their situation?
I mean, that's the one they have a lot less information on. The greenskins, for the most part, they're not very perceptive, so it's very easy. And if you take out a goblin or two, a greenskin will look at them, like an orc will look at the goblin with an arrow in his fucking neck, as long as he didn't see him get hit with the arrow, and he'll just fucking pick him up and go eat him. Or bring him up.
Drumstick.
He
Yeah,
does it, yeah, pretty much.
What information do they know about the undead?
They know that there's definitely the main necromancer has been seen. He is talking to a lot of his lieutenants who tend to either be like vampires or fucking some form of like really high undead. And apparently he's there, like he should be there now. But essentially when the necromancer was not there, it was just basic undead. Their numbers were high, but they were very like basic. And now there's an elite unit in there. They have magic casters. Their defenses have actually been built rather than just being in what is essentially like this little like cave area within the cavern, like this cave they were holding. They've actually gone in like mined stone and built like decent walls. The orc encampment's pretty much like a wooden palisade with a very large like stone like tower-ish thing that kind of like hides their little inner caves. So they're both in like little tiny, they have like caves behind their encampments. They haven't gotten their scouts into the caves before though.
And it's safe to say the orcs are hungry.
At the moment, yes and no. They haven't really been eating the human captives because they have enough. Orcs will eat each other sometimes, just like if one of them dies. So anything that dies, they essentially eat. And they're keeping the human captives, but On a previous, like when they all mustered up to go save the captives and everything, they used them as meat shields.
Hmm.
So
They'll probably be eaten last, if anything.
So Xavier, I think what we should do is I think we should go take the orc camp and save the captives to increase manpower.
Here's the thing: some of us here are not the most well in stealth.
He hears you say this, by the way. He hears your suggestion, the captain, and he turns and he's like, "Well, we've attempted the exact same thing before. However, when we showed up and we began our assault, the undead sallied out and came across. And they say they had finally broken through the wall and they were about to get inside of, like, they had freed the captives just about. They were like just almost made it to the cages of and with the orcs streaming out trying to fight them, and the undead showed up and just about wiped out both their group and the greenskins. They were barely saved, but they lost like a lot of men in that encounter. And even more captives were added to the cage. Apparently, the captain's lieutenant was amongst one of the people there, and they were one of the best wizards they had at the time.
Hypothetically speaking, then, I'd say to the captain, if my group here was to go distract the undead while you did another raid of the greenskins, do you think you could rescue them?
That's not
He
bad.
says it depends on how big of a distraction. At the moment, he says they might be able to make it to the wall, but their numbers have diminished. They're nearly at a third of what they were when they were previously in the cavern before that assault. They lost 2/3 of their manpower. He says probably about roughly like a third of it is in captives right now. He says that if we had those captives, we have the equipment here, or we could scavenge some from the orcs, whatever we need to do. If the captives were rescued, they'd probably have enough to take the orcs. But it's getting them rescued. They couldn't do it with what they have right now. If they include you in the fighting, based on how strong the rogues report of how strong you were, they said we might have a chance to get inside the orcs. But then the undead are going to come down on top of us. He says he won't authorize the suicide charge.
I tell him about my spell of the Holy Flame and how it boosts the attack of 2. If I was to equip him with this, and then as well as one of his other high-ranking officials to boost their attack, how well does he think it would help him in this fight?
He looks at you and he's like, you act as if we don't have magic casters amongst our men.
Well, I'd imagine all stacks. Each
He
little
says
bit would.
he says we've had buffs, we've had strengthening, we've had potions. It's just too many.
So, and then you not seen the main fortress of the undead, correct?
They say that they've been inside and seen everything within their walls. They have not managed to make it inside of the little cave they have, same as the greenskins. Theirs is more visible than the greenskins. The greenskins one, they know something is built into the wall there because they're able to see, but they can't see inside of it, same as the one for the undead.
And how far away is the undead?
Same as the greenskins, half an hour.
So,
He says that you're a lot more likely to encounter undead because they actually do organized patrols.
more likely.
But he said that they have also attempted to essentially thin the undead's numbers by taking out patrols, and they do it every day. And yet they still come back with more. He says that the undead seem to be gaining numbers, whilst the greenskins almost seem to be deteriorating in numbers overall from what they've seen.
So there's clearly something bringing back the greenskins.
Yeah, the necromancer, you dumbass.
He said that the greenskin zombies are a thing amongst the undead numbers. It's not just skeletons. Most
So
of
hear
their
me
numbers are just undead greenskins.
Due to the fact that the other side does have a necromancer, I don't think killing more greenskins would be beneficial to the cause.
It definitely would not. So it all.
It would only give them more cannon fodder.
I think the best thing to do would be to do our best to diminish the undead, if not stop the necromancer.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean, like,
say we go towards the undead. We try getting into their cave. They have a scout or two keep an eye on us, and if they believe we've distracted them to the point where they could do a successful siege, to go ahead and do it.
Well, I mean, he's pointed out that the greenskins are the issue. There's too many greenskins to get in there, even with their numbers right now. Even if you distracted the undead, they can't get in there on their own. They might be able to do it if you join them, maybe.
I think that would be our best bet then, to try and get rid of the greenskins. Because if the undead launch an assault while we are mid-assault, we should be good enough.
yeah, but then the undead attacks base of like this base.
When the undead attacked last time, they attacked the greenskins. Did the greenskins have turned their attention to the undead or to the so?
Say what? Sorry.
When the undead had attacked, when they attacked the greenskins, did the greenskins avoid their attention from them to the undead, or did they continue fighting both sides?
The greenskins definitely had a much smaller force because they didn't lead them in full numbers. Their king was not with them. But a lot of greenskins heard and saw what was happening across. Essentially, there's this field in between the two encampments, like an open area. So they can see when shit's going down or hear it or whatever, pretty much from the distance. But like the ones that heard it and saw it went, there was no leadership leading them. So it's a much smaller number, but that's pretty much the only reason they think they survived the attack, is because at the time the elite troops were all attacking them. They sent in chaff, a lot of their defenses and like traps and whatnot went off, and then they sent in the elites.
So this is my plan. We wait till around the time most of those greenskins that are in the fortress tend to sleep, and we light the walls on fire. This will stop most of the archers from attacking. In my idea of it all, you know.
It's not a bad idea.
We'll have him gather their pyros, and then with me and Angel, we'll light them on fire, the walls, and start. And Angel could start also berating them with explosives.
Yeah, but the undead's gonna
But
attack.
don't you think it might be a better endeavor to save the explosions in case a swarm comes either from back
Well,
up?
I'm not saying Angel should use them all. I'm saying enough where we can diminish the value of the walls, so they can't use their archers on top of them.
Axel, better yet, just pray to your gun, bring back his dying men back to life.
You see, Alex likes to twist our words. Also, I don't have a good amount of skulls.
You gotta go
You could
start
ask
killing
him.
people.
I don't think I have to agree with Axel on this one. Sorry, Angel.
If I had more skulls, it'd be more manageable. It's an idea, but I don't.
I mean, you could ask him if they have any skull around.
We're also gonna.
That's not how it works. Sadly, I need to collect the skulls myself from battles.
The thing is, as well, is we definitely need to get rid of the bodies and basically make them unusable to a necromancer by fully destroying them.
Here's the thing, I collect their heads as is, so I'd imagine without a head, there's no body to control.
That might be the case, but maybe we should still destroy the rest of it just to be safe.
I'm back.
Alright.
So this is my new battle strategy, right? Alex,
Okay.
I
Are you
wanna.
pitching this to me or the captain?
right now the captain. I want to ask him: does he know around the time where the orcs tend to doze off, like to fall asleep and all that, to catch rest?
He says that there's roughly like they don't have shifts or anything, but they just sleep wherever and whenever they want.
Hmm.
So they roughly have roughly the same amount of numbers at all times. So they hadn't really thought to think of a specific time just because it doesn't seem like there's any difference. There could be a small difference, but they haven't really checked.
Well, that kind of ruins that portion.
You can't really tell when it's day and night in here.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, but usually people have internal count like clocks, and they usually all.
That's sure, no.
This doesn't make
I can
sense.
check my rib cage.
Well, you also got to think there's always at least like there's probably almost at least one greenskin fighting at least one undead at any given time, just because of the sheer numbers and how they just their undead randomly go out, usually in patrols and whatnot, but sometimes they just wander out, same as the way the greenskins just randomly wander out looking for a fight. Sometimes in groups, sometimes not. Depends. One of the things that they have noticed, though, is that the undead could have killed the greenskins off, it felt like, the kind of numbers they had and the elite troops that were there. But during that fight, they just kind of didn't stop, but after they had beaten everything that was in the courtyard as the rest of the adventurers and mercenaries were retreating, the undead just kind of left.
Hmm.
They didn't finish them off, but there was still a steady stream of orcs coming out of that cave at the time. So, I mean, maybe they decided it was all hope was lost because there was just too many of them coming out. They're not entirely sure of their intentions.
Does the captain believe that they're willing to keep the captives alive a little longer? How long does he think they have?
He says that from the supply raids they've done so far, just in their courtyard, there's like they have so many mushrooms that they eat.
They're tripping.
So I mean, between that and also like just eating each other in general randomly when they fight between like there's a lot of infighting with the orcs and whatnot. But he says between all of that, so far he hasn't actually seen more than maybe one or two captives just not be in the cage anymore. It's stayed at the same number of captives for a while now. As far as he understands, they have no intention of eating them, and they'll use them as meat shields if we ever attack.
So this is my plan for attacking the orcs. I want to pitch to the captain. Is we're gonna take all the fire users we have and line them towards the front. And we're gonna light their walls on fire, and attempt to diminish them to the point where the archers cannot stand upon them. This should give us more leverage for when we try to siege, and then from there we just push until we could get to those cages, and we could have two men whose main job would be to free them, while the rest of us defend.
Yeah, but the problem is the undead.
That's why. As
The
long as we
captain
defend.
here's your suggestion, and he throws out an idea of his own. He suggests that with the manpower we currently have, he has a wizard or two who knows some fire spells, and they could probably they could make some sort of like scrap fire arrows and whatnot. He believes they have a little bit of like strong spirits, which he believes they are flammable enough. That's how they're dwarven brune, and it's very high content alcohol that they should burn. He says the lighting the palisade on fire is not a bad idea. However, he does not want to wait around for the undead to show up. He says he won't risk his men's lives doing that. He says if you can convince any of the people to volunteer for you, feel free. I'll even allow my own men to go if you can convince them. You'll have the supplies and everything, but I won't give that order. Especially if they decide it's time to kill those captives. I won't be the one to keep pushing on. If they threaten those captives, you leave. He says he'll authorize the idea, though. He says, let the wall burn down, the undead finish them off, we fight the undead. He says his men are much better prepared to kill undead than they are greenskins, because they have many clerics and paladins amongst them.
So, how likely are we to defeat the undead? Do you think we do an all-out surge towards them?
He says that if we were to gather every single person, every single material and everything, and do a suicide charge on the undead, even if the greenskins weren't there, we're not beating them. Their walls are too good. They have defenses. They have ballistas. It's good, impossible. He says maybe if they weren't so built up, maybe if it was back at the beginning of all of this, they might have stood a chance if the greenskins wouldn't have run them over.
What do you think, French?
I don't know. Like, you want to do one thing, the other's gonna attack you, and if you do something, you can't do it. So I was like thinking, it's like not overthinking, but it's like if you condition, like if you like send a fake attack, like the goblin, like they'll put like more like defense, and you like do the same thing as against the undead. So you condition them to like be ready to be like defending, but you don't actually attack, and like one day you stop, and then they'll like actually be like, oh, they stopped attacking, and then you attack. But it's like that doesn't work with time, because that takes time to do, and then not how much time we have. I had it make sense, but talking about it kind of doesn't.
The captain explains he'll begin speaking with some of his men and the adventuring party's leader, and he'll figure out who is willing to volunteer for you. Figure that out. He explains that if you do succeed, the palisade burns down. One of two things are the most foreseeable futures, which are the greenskins build it back again if the undead don't attack them, or the undead attack whilst it's on fire, or right after it burns down, kills all the greenskins, and then we have to fight the undead. He says they're just gonna use the greenskins,
Yeah.
and you add them to their numbers, and if they do that, we're fucked.
But
However, if right after the undead attack, we either one, attack their fortifications whilst most of their troops are away, possibly sneak in, take out some of the bigger defenses. We have many very good rogues and stealth spellcasters in the adventuring party. Or two, lead out a full out assault on the forces that are still in the greenskin area, so they can't add them to their numbers, and then we then defend the greenskin bodies, possibly burn them, hide them, whatever we must do.
Would beheading them work?
He explains they have done some small tests to figure out what the undead will do. For the most part, it seems that they've never seen one actually risen. However, they did a test where they left some greenskin corpses. One was beheaded. They tried cutting all the limbs off from one. Certain things worked, certain things didn't. They noticed that they didn't take a corpse if it was fresh and out of limbs entirely, or its head was cut off. It was fresh. However, once its flesh had rotted away, which pretty quick, semi-quick, after about a month or two, it just completely rotted away. However, the bones disappeared. So
all they really need is the bones.
he marks down your idea, because he says at that point they could have just burned the bodies and gotten bones.
Even then, the bones would be charred. There'd be no use. They'd be so frail.
He says they could also just cut the meat off and take the bones if they so wished, but they didn't. He says maybe it's not possible. Maybe the undead aren't smart enough to do this. he doesn't understand, but so far that is what worked and what didn't work.
Got you. So I'm gonna allow him to talk to his men about my idea that I had and see if they have any volunteers. Otherwise, we will take any flammable liquors they had, so my group could at least use them against the wall. And we promise to flee if we see them threaten the captives.
He says that give him a about 12 hours and check back then.
By any chance, is there a blacksmith here amongst your group?
He says he has a semi-competent weaponsmith. It's one of his men that was somewhat trained in the trade, but not really. He's more of an apprentice still. Journeyman.
I'd like to see if I could find him to chat with him about some of my gear.
He points you in the right direction, and you meet up with the guy.
I show him the broken spear I received during battle and was wondering if he could fix it.
Yeah.
Or it was just damaged, not broken.
Let me see. Damaged metal. Oh, it's metal spear too. He says that had it been a wooden, he might have been able to like replace the hilt with the tip. However, it's metal and completely snapped. He doesn't have the tools here necessary to be able to weld that metal back together.
Dang. If only. I was trying to see if I could get a spear into my...
He says if you can
arsenal.
find him some blacksmithing tools, he'd totally be able to, but he has basic hammers and whatnot here. Enough just to get dents out of armor. And maybe like sharpen a sword. He has
Does he
weapons
know-
here for like sale.
You don't really have money though.
He says he'll give you a discount since we're probably all going to die anyways, but if we somehow manage to make it out of this, he'd like to have at least made some money off of his craft.
Do I actually have 6 gold pieces, or did I...
Oh, you probably found them.
But gold pieces, aren't those expensive? No, it's platinum that are expensive.
Yeah.
Right?
Platinum are like spicy, dude. That's platinum or 1,000 gold.
Yeah,
Spicy.
that's right.
Yeah, that because it's 100 copper for a silver, it's 100 silver for a gold, and it's 1,000 gold for a platinum. You don't
He
like
doesn't-
some merchants won't even take platinum because they don't like understand its value in like a village and shit.
Does he know where we could acquire these tools that he needs?
He
Like
says
the-
no clue. He doesn't know of any ones that the orcs would have, and he thinks that maybe the undead might have some, but he hasn't. Their spies haven't seen anything of the sort. But they seem to be having, they have weapons and whatnot, and they don't know where they keep getting them all from. The greenskins ones make sense, but there also seem to be other skeletons that are like growing in number, and he doesn't know where their weapons or the bodies are even coming from.
I have a question for you, Alex. Can my guy use a ranged weapon?
Depends on what it is. You may not have proficiency if it's a bow.
How about
Yeah.
a crossbow?
Crossbow's easy, yeah. Anybody can use that for the most part. Maybe not a heavy one, but like depends on what your strength is.
Bad.
I think I have a +2 in strength.
Do you? I think you're like normal.
Not
That's
anymore.
So, yeah.
He had a
I've
helmet.
worked on it. Yeah.
Right.
Let me double check. With 14 strength, you could use a normal crossbow instead of a light one.
Yeah, I asked, does he have any for sale?
He says crossbow wise, yeah, he has a couple. He has light and he has normal. He doesn't have any heavies.
How much for a normal crossbow?
Normal crossbow is gonna put you back about 30 gold there, Chief.
Sawyer, do you have any gold I can have?
This is not including bolts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have to buy bolts? I thought we didn't need to do anything about ammo.
Oh no, you don't have to, but when you buy a ranged weapon, you do have to at least buy the ammo once.
Sawyer, do you have any
If you didn't
gold?
start with it.
I do. How much do you need?
For
He
instance,
said
like
30. I have 4. I have 6.
Frenchie has arrows, like in general.
Yeah.
There's also like if you guys want to get, if you guys ever find like magical arrows or like improved arrows or enhanced ones in any way, I mean, you can use those whenever you want.
Mhm. So how much
Even
gold do you
fire
have?
arrows, whatnot. As long as you've gotten them once, I'll just let you use them as much as you want.
So you said you need like, how much?
24 pieces.
Okay, 20. Yeah, I'll give you 24 pieces. I have 33 myself.
If you want the bolts, also the bolts are 5 gold.
Fuck. Alex wants my gold too.
How much gold you said you had left after that?
I have a total of 33, but you said you
Can I
needed
have
24.
29 pieces?
29 pieces. Here, take 29 pieces of gold.
Right, he had his 29 and I had my 6 to him for the crossbow and bolts.
Okay, so you've got both of those.
Alright.
We'll work on putting that into your thing here and the damage and everything. It'll be a D8 of damage, by the way.
Alrighty,
What?
crossbow. Can I say it's equipped or is it not equipped?
No, you would have your two-handed equipped. To switch to this, because it's, a ranged weapon and it's two-handed, unless otherwise specified, you have to
Yeah.
completely switch your weapon.
Now, how much
Like a
strength?
hand crossbow, you wouldn't have to.
Now, how much
Crossbow.
strength do I need to dual wield heavy crossbows?
The issue is reloading.
So we're
You
saying
didn't
1d8 plus
answer my
strength?
question.
I'd probably say max, Chief, 20.
Close.
I'm confused. Sorry, Alex. What?
No, I'm yelling at Sawyer because he's being stupid. Anyways.
Oh. I didn't know you were talking to me still when you said that.
Oh, well,
So,
fucking,
yeah. Crossbow.
Yeah.
1d8 plus strength
yeah.
to
No.
attack and damage?
1d8 plus dex
1d8 plus
for accuracy.
dex.
And it's
Well,
the same for damage. Same for damage.
Well, actually, dex is basic for me, so it'd just be. It just wouldn't get any bonus.
Yeah, just be a d8. And you are proficient in it. Pretty much everybody's proficient in crossbows. I mean, it's literally reloading it and then aiming it. It's a peasant's weapon. Literally, that is like what they were made to be, is so that you could train peasants pretty easily. So, you will have +2 to it just from the proficiency. Wait, that's not right. Why is your proficiency bonus 2? Did we change that back? We did. Okay. So, by the way,
I
y'all's
wanna say the
proficiency
ranges.
bonus goes up to 3 next level.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun.
What do we want to say the ranges for this?
For a normal one, it is 60.
Yo, I can't wait to find the one piece at the bottom of this fucking bullshit.
Let me work on this real quick. 1d8. There we go. And then you did plus dex on both. Okay, we're good. It is piercing. Crap. There we go. Alrighty. And you just crossbow, and then you don't have it equipped. So
But I could switch to it, but it would take a
Yeah.
turn, right?
yep. Also, your buckler is still on during that. Remember.
Now what? We just wait, Sawyer? Or...
I mean, I don't
Editing your stuff.
really got anything to do.
Yeah, because we just gotta wait to see what they're willing to do. Otherwise, I'm gonna light that wall on fire. Hope the undead attack us. Hope they attack the other guys more.
I mean, all I can do is teach Xena some tricks. I'm trying to teach her how to play poker right now.
Do you even know how to play poker, sir?
No, but I'm hoping she will learn.
You can't teach something to somebody that you don't know yourself. You know, that doesn't work really well. Like, you want to teach Gina some math, maybe? Maybe she'll help you.
What's
Poker is
math?
math. In a way. A lot
Yeah,
of counting.
if you know how to
going on.
count cards.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Once you get used to that, by the way, it's super easy.
Oh yeah. Kind of crazy.
Takes a little bit to learn it. Oh, percentages. Fun times.
Mm.
Anyways, so yeah, what are you guys up to now that you bought the crossbow?
This guy wouldn't know how to make a werewolf skin into a cape, right?
He says that he's never worked with a material of that kind. He said you're probably better off like asking a leather worker.
Yeah, we're
that's what I
about to
thought.
die, so may as well give it a try, right?
He says he has
You-
absolutely no clue. He knows how to shape metal and maybe a little bit of leather here and there into the metal armor.
Soft metal. You know, it's the same thing.
Like leather straps maybe, but like he's never worked with anything more than that.
I'd like to ask the blacksmith if there's a bard at this camp.
He says there's one amongst the captives.
Okay, I'll
That's
keep
fine.
this in mind.
They can play some
Don't kill their
music.
bard.
Why would I
He
kill
said
the
apparently
bard?
apparently during the battle the bard decided it was a good idea to taunt at the biggest orc there, and then he was proceededly like just had the shit kicked out of him.
Why does this sound familiar?
Yeah, I heard that one before.
It was like he I guess to explain it in my way, outside of what this guy is saying, essentially he was like Loki against the Hulk.
He the
I'm
god.
surprised I've seen Marvel films.
I've seen that clip.
Can you explain to me?
No, I
didn't
mean
watch
these
it.
guys.
Look up Hulk versus Loki.
Here, I can probably find a GIF and put it in the chat, Frenchie.
Okay.
I have
yeah,
a
that'd work.
question, Alex. Does this guy look anything like Casket, the gnome we were just with?
Here, I found it
No, not at
instantaneously,
all.
Frenchie.
But I can only assume what it like. That's fine.
Hmm.
He's fine.
Somehow the guy lived.
Yeah.
He was
He must have been
soggy.
from Asgard. What the fuck, Angel?
Oh, work.
So have you guys also seen that fucking meme where it's like Hulk looking at the fucking those are the spider, not spider.
Black
Fuck.
Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow. He like looks at her or whatever, and then suddenly it's just like Shrek drinking like green slime.
No.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, so anything else?
All the other kids with the
I think
This
we
is
were
all
just
you
waiting
guys
for.
It's better not.
Well, if no one else wants to do anything, then I guess we're waiting right now for the captain's orders.
I'm going to
Yeah.
proceed to teach Xeno how to play poker.
Okay, well, whilst Sawyer goes about his fruitless endeavor,
I've given up on poker. I'm teaching her blackjack now.
A lot easier for a dog, probably.
I assume you guys get some sleep, whatnot,
Yeah.
rest a little bit. So you guys do whatever it is you guys decide to do. Rest, whatever it may be. Whoever fucking rotated that, your mom's a hoe. And
He's not on my mom,
That's
so didn't do it. That's not the point.
yeah. So
Is
time
there,
rolls around.
is there any reason why the undead would attack the orc? Like, is there a reason we could give him to just make sure they attack them?
No clue.
More bodies.
I've given you your information.
Yeah.
If they want bodies to add to their army, yeah, that's the reason they'd have.
Yes, I know, but is there something we could do to make sure they attack?
Kill people.
Yes, of course, I know, but I don't know. Trying to think of something, but
Maybe they could smell blood. Slit your wrist.
got you.
Slit your wrist so I can come.
Yeah, slit your wrist so I can come.
Fair enough. We'll just have to wait.
Well, I mean, so you get guys' waiting is done. The volunteers come forward.
I
What
have
few there are.
I have to ask Alex, did Xena successfully learn how to play blackjack?
No, she did
Oh.
not. Not in the slightest.
We'll just have to keep it up then.
How many token did she eat?
I stopped after 5. I stopped adding in the tokens after 5 of them.
It's playing with rocks, they're actual tokens. Huh? Anyway, volunteered, Alex. What happened to that?
Oh yeah, here, hold on. I'm getting my shit moved around real quick on my table. You guys managed to get 2 rogues, including the one that you met earlier. One of them. You got 1 fire wizard who's willing to help out. A hunter, an archer amongst the adventurers. None of the basic mercenaries, but 2 of the elite mercenaries. Both armed with bows and swords.
Is Legolas one of the archer by any chance?
No.
Is there a legless archer?
Who is the captain putting in charge of this endeavor, since I believe he's not the one coming, right?
Say what?
Is the captain putting someone in charge of us?
No.
You
No,
are.
so we're just
You
all
guys-
a ragtag group.
Yeah,
that's
there's
who's running
no
into-
real leader here. It's not really. Mercenaries don't even work exactly like soldiers. It's just the rough commands and whatnot.
Right.
If the mercenaries were going as a group, this would be different.
Hmm.
And the adventurers are very free spirits usually, so it's kind of hard to make them do things.
Alright, okay, so are you gonna
So
add
your
characters?
idea, you're the leader.
Alrighty then.
So just
I'm
make
gonna-
sure we're going to like throw fire at the barricades. But while we
Yep.
do that, do we launch an attack to the undead's base? Is that what the plan is?
No.
So we
No,
just
our
look
main
at-
goal right now is to destroy any bodies we kill, as well as rescue any of the captives.
like a bunch of 8 people won't be able to like rescue like people though.
Well, it's more than 8 people. I think what you said: 2 elite mercenaries, a
2
fire
rogues
wizard.
and a fire wizard.
I
Yeah,
was
so
told there was
5.
a bard there as well.
That's 11.
There's a bard amongst the captives.
Oh, no. Okay, no, never.
Yeah.
I see the mistake I made. I misheard.
So I would like to talk to these 5 that joined us. I would like to ask the fire wizard to join us up front, while the other 4 stay hidden until the battle commences, to add to a surprise attack if need be.
So what's your plan again? You're burning the wall, right?
Yep. To
Is that it?
hopefully to urge them to come outside to fight, so that when we could go in and rescue the team. So I want these 4 to pretty much, the other 4 to pretty much, once the battle commences, to surprise attack, and get them off
That
their
who,
guard.
the orcs or the undead?
The orc.
What?
Oh, okay. The orcs. Are you gonna be fighting the orcs? Like, I'm confused.
Well, yeah, we're burning down their walls so that we could go in and hopefully get their captives. To fortify our numbers.
The 8 of us.
11.
Well, that doesn't
Why-
change much.
See, okay. So what the captain authorized was for you to go burn down the wall.
Oh, so that's all we're doing then. Never mind, we're just gonna go burn down their wall.
I say the mercenaries explain they're not coming with you if you're gonna suicide charge the wall.
That's not
Never mind.
insane. That's like
I lost track of what we were saying. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we're
I'm
gonna
just
burn down
trying
the wall,
to teach a
and then-
dog blackjack.
And basically, what I'm saying is, I want those 4 to stay hidden until, because I don't want to give them more of a reason to come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
If they see high numbers outside, they're gonna be wanting to send a lot more men out there to fight. Less people we have fighting, the better, I'd imagine. Less reason for them to kill the captives as well.
So
I
you're
do
gonna
want
try to. So you're trying to lure her out?
No, I'm not trying to lure out. I'm trying to get them not to fight as much as possible. I don't want them to attack us. I want hopefully the undead to attack them.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna just burn down the wall, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. That's why I want the other 4 to stay hidden unless they see shit get dicey. Then I want them to help us retreat.
Okay, got you.
I don't want to
understand.
give orcs much of a reason to come out to fight. You know what I mean?
So you're bringing the fire wizard to help.
Yes.
Burn it?
To burn the wall down.
Also, keep in mind everybody is armed with flaming arrows. Both the rogues have bows.
Gosh.
Can I keep those?
I mean, I said, Frenchie, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who came along.
Darn. Fire arrows?
I have a bow.
Oh yeah. Do you want fire arrows?
Yeah.
We go get some.
Well, I'm gonna go. Where'd you get those fire arrows? I'm gonna get some.
Did we
The weapon
also
guy?
get the? Did we also get the Molotovs that we requested?
So
They do supply you with the alcohol for free.
All right. So yeah. I'm gonna just say, how much alcohol was it?
They give you 3 like potion bottles worth of like dwarven liquor.
Gotcha.
They've already got the rags inside of them and everything.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to say, hey, yo, Garbanzo, pass me that cloth you had. Alrighty then. So we make our way there then,
Excuse me.
with this plan in mind.
All right, so you guys travel half an hour or so. The rogues, both of them being much more adept than you, clear the way of any like singular orcs and whatnot in very small groups. Any of the bigger ones you guys came across, you just peppered with arrows, like surprise attacked, pretty much. The wizard having stealth spells, keeping everybody hidden. Everything was too easy to even bother having a fight over. The group proceeds forwards, and you guys it wasn't too much real fighting, but you guys make it to the wall. Still being stealthed, you guys are within range now to shoot fire arrows. You are not within range to chuck the flasks unless you make a very good strength check.
Alright then, I'm gonna say I have the flask, so I'm the only one that needs to move forward closer. Otherwise, the other 4, like I mentioned, are stealth, correct? Not in
Yes,
sight.
I will point
need
out
be.
that the stealth spell only works if you stay within a certain distance of the wizard.
Alrighty then. And the wizards are like our wizard and their wizard. They were within range of casting their spell to catch this wall on fire still.
Oh yeah, they're within
All right,
range
then.
of what bows are.
So then this is gonna work as well. Okay then. You want to draw a wall so I can just know where it's at, or just a line, you know?
Here, hold on.
Or squiggly line.
I was eating my steak.
Is it good?
Yes, so fucking good.
What flavor?
Ribeye.
That's a cut, not a flavor.
You have ketchup on it.
Mesquite wood grilled.
Seawood?
Seaweed on your steak? What the fuck?
You got some nori on that shit?
Yo, you got some Ori in the Blind Forest?
Mesquite.
Oh, mesquite.
Oh, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, but
Or
Alex,
seaweed.
Alex, how did you have them serve it? Well done, medium rare, rare. What you got?
I got a medium.
Not bad.
I usually go medium rare, but I also don't trust restaurants very well.
We're this close?
No.
Why is this being annoying? Get the fuck out of here. There we go.
I'm gonna say that this is just cave wall on that side.
Right.
You guys came out of little entrance right here. This other way over here. That is where essentially leading out that way. This point, like the edge of the map onwards, is a completely different side. Like, how do I show this? Like, fuck. Like so. See? That goes all the way back. This is the whole way across here. Each square at the moment is 10 feet. Right now.
But this is
You guys come out of here.
If the undead were to attack, where'd they come from here?
No, that's cave wall.
as I say, they come from over here.
They would come from this side.
Okay.
Oh, but this is the wall.
This
Yeah.
is the wall for the greenskins. Leading out this way, over this way, and along the, if you were to keep going to the left here, you would see a big ass. You can also see a big ass field out there, and you can even see the undead encampment from where you're at.
Fair enough.
Alrighty then.
And then the front of their encampment would be right here.
There's need 50 feet. So I'd say what? I'd have to be at least here to throw the potion.
No, remember I said each one of these blocks is 10 feet.
Oh, 10 feet. So double. No, but still. Wait. So how close would I need to be to throw the potion? Like I was going to say.
You need to be within 20 feet.
20 feet with each one being 10 feet?
Yes.
So I'd have to be
two
here.
squares.
So I'd have to be here. Ping!
You would have to be here.
There, okay, gotcha. And how far would this wizard's spell reach?
Her spell can hit it from where you're standing right now.
No, I mean, her stealth. I meant to say her stealth.
Her stealth spell, you have to be like within 20 feet of her.
So 2 squares.
However, if anybody leaves her stealth at this point, the orcs will see you.
Hmm.
They
That's
have
about
guards
right.
out.
Well, so this is where I die.
No.
Tell by yourself.
Xavier, don't leave me.
And
For the
then
sake of the family.
Who will take care of Garbanzo?
Oh no, Megamine?
They got a cat. The cat
So,
will eat
Garbanzo's his own
Garbanzo.
person.
Yeah, what if he wants to fuse with the cat?
I kind of want to see that now.
I'll be right back. I have to go get some salt.
Yes, now, here's my plan now. I'm gonna run forward, right?
Good idea.
Just me, alright?
Okay.
I will hopefully be able to ready my AC spell, and hopefully so you could also equip yours onto me.
Uh-huh.
And this should raise my AC to 17.
What's it
If I do my
currently?
math correct. 15.
Now, Axel. What if I told
Really, yeah.
you I could get it to 18?
How?
I have an armor potion.
Then yes, give me the potion and I'm gonna run in. Hopefully not take as much damage.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay. So, I hand Axel my armor potion that I've had for fucking ever.
As well as I'm gonna cast my AC potion on my AC potion. My AC spell on myself, and Sora's gonna cast it on me as well.
Yes.
All 3 of these should raise my AC to 18, right, Alex?
So you're saying how much?
I'm raising my AC by 3. One with the potion, one with my spell, and one with Sora's spell.
Okay.
Right. So,
Now, here's where it gets dicey. I'm gonna run over there and I'm gonna throw these things at them. And right when I get spotted, I want them to start shooting. Everyone else, that is. Because I should be taking most of their fire, as they're gonna only see me, which is my goal. But due to my high AC now, which did not update, it should be a little more difficult.
Okay. My only warning, there's a lot of them.
What's on the menu with Uber Eats?
Now this may work.
I
I'm just
know.
saying,
Oh, you're gonna
there's a lot of them.
together on your
I do this for the family, Alex.
Okay.
Don't die, my brother.
Does everyone else? All the other men aware of the plan?
That pasta sounds saucy.
Mhm.
Thank you, Leslie.
So am I gonna need to do this tile by tile, or?
Tonight, I'll be eating with Uber Eats.
They ask if you want to
Oh,
concentrate on a certain point in the wall.
I say within these. Wait. Can imagine these 5 tiles. That'd be what? Actually, like what? Actually, 3 tiles should be enough if they're each 10, right? That'd be 30 feet of like wall. Now let's say 5. These 5 tiles worth right here.
Because this is an entirely wooden wall, by the way.
I mean, as soon as you start burning, it'll just burn everything, right?
That's right, but I want at least a good sized dent where the undead could start funneling in.
Fire's fire. Fire
Yeah.
burn.
But as long as we could get one portion of it down where undead could go in easily. Yeah, so I don't want at least this much destroyed. This is the area I want focused. It's right here. Alright.
Got you.
So, like I said, to do this, do you want me to do it like tile by tile? And well, as they spot me doing checks?
Yes. You'll see.
Alright. Alright, so I say, you said 2 tiles. Okay, here I'm getting spotted.
Are you not having the wizard walk up with you at all?
No.
I mean, we could still walk up a little bit. We don't need you to make the like.
I'll point
50.
out that the you want to know the orcs' range on their bows?
Sure, actually, that would actually help.
For the orcs and goblins in general. Right around. So starting here, right? Let's say the wall fully starts here, pretty much.
Hmm.
They're about 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. I'd say they probably have about that. So on this square, this line here, they can hit you. Can you hold that there?
Hold it.
As soon as you hit here, they can start hitting you.
Hmm.
They will see you if you like walk here, unstealthed.
Okay, then I want the wizard to follow me to this point
Till the line.
here.
Yeah.
No, before the line, because I don't want him to get hit. He's important to this cause. I want him to stop right around here.
Just the wizard.
And that's, well, the whole group. 'Cause
Otherwise,
Okay.
we'll get unstuck.
Also, I will point out that all of you and your other people's bows, the elite adventurers' bows, can hit them from where they are right now.
Mm.
The elite mercenaries, however, can hit them from the same range that the goblins can hit them from.
So it could be do suppressing fire while you run.
That's true.
All right, then I would like to add them to the group as well, then, since they don't have as much range as the others.
I would like to preemptively summon my stand.
But like I said, I'd like them to stop around here, and I'll continue forward from there. Rushing with the potions.
Um,
Well, I guess here, right? Because they still can't see them.
Well, until they're on stealth.
And as long as I'm the one they see, they're gonna be aiming for me.
That's
So relatively, you guys should be safe, and they should be able to fire, and you guys should be able to fire as well.
yeah. So you ready to fire?
Huh?
Alrighty then. So we all got the plan.
Yeah.
there is one thing I need to check. And let's see.
Let me actually drop my spell down one because I used one to do this plan.
Angel can hit them from here.
From where?
There.
Alrighty. So
Fine. Oh, I can also hit from there. That'd be good.
let me see. Where is this spell before I forget? Yeah, I've used one of these. Boop. Alrighty then. So we all move to this point here.
Fine.
Got it.
They all
Putting on
the elites also have to
sunglasses.
be here, right? To fire, you said?
The elite adventurers can hit them from the fucking.
I mean, the
And
elite.
The elite mercenaries have to be on the line.
Yeah,
So
so the
do
elite
I.
mercenaries are also among us with this line, as well as
Well-
the wizard.
So all of you could be hit.
Well, they're going to be invisible, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they shouldn't be hit. Hopefully,
They're not going to be shot. They can't be seen. But
That's why.
if they do get seen, they'll be shot.
Yeah, but then we back out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
Well-
making sure you understand.
Tell them if they start
I-
getting hit, they can back out.
I informed them that they don't need to stay if they feel threatened. They may back out along with the wizard. Otherwise, as well as the rest of my group, I'm going to head forward out of the.
I mean, the wizard could stand away from the line and we still be stealth, or do we need to stay in this line together?
As long as you're within 10 feet of the wizard, you're fine.
The wizard could
So,
like back one more, just to be not sure he doesn't get hit. That'd be smart.
Yeah, he could be. We could say that, and yeah, the wizard that stays behind
The
us.
wizard's like right here.
Yeah, so he's not within shot range.
Sure. And you can still hit with the spell.
Yeah, and then the mercenaries among you guys in the line. So your goal is to hopefully defend them.
I
see
got it, boss.
Touch the ground wall if need be.
All right.
That's funny, maybe.
All right. So, you ready?
No.
Yes. So I step within their vision right here, right?
Well,
Well, I mean, the second you leave the stealth bubble, you're being seen.
That's why the stealth bubble I'm out of now, right?
Yes. From
That's what I
where
mean.
that wizard is, yes.
So yeah,
we'll start running and then we start shooting.
but yeah, I think Alex said he wants me to do this tile by tile. No,
I'm trying to get my stuff ready.
gotcha.
+3. All right.
Can we shoot
Well, these,
axe
these are
back?
like goblins and orcs. I'd say the goblins are going to be shooting faster and more accurately than the orc archers, but I feel that the orc archers will do more damage. So I'll tell you if it's a round of goblin arrows or a round of orc arrows.
But at the time they're attacking me, my men are still attacking that point of the wall, like I mentioned, right?
The second that you start getting shot at, everybody starts like attacking, right?
Gotcha. Yes.
Okay. Well, fireball gets shot forwards by the wizard, hits the wall, puts a very big singe mark in it, but it doesn't light too much. It's like very small embers at the moment. The fire arrows start hitting the wall. They begin to they continue burning, but they haven't really caught the wall. And you get hit by a round of orc archers. Which miss.
Voice.
However,
Ma-
that's the first round. Whenever I say round, because there's so many of them shooting at you, I'm gonna do it a couple times to see like, all right, did the left side hit you or did the right side hit you? So I'll do two things for every round. Okay.
Gotcha. Wait, Angel, how many uses do you have of your explosion?
6.
You want to use 3 of them as well during each one of these?
Tempted.
All right. So can Angel use one of his explosives as well?
Sure.
Just tell me where to just put the mark, Axel.
Around here, pretty much.
I'll put her there then.
He hits roughly the same place that the fireball hit actually, and he his is just about as effective as the fireball because the fireball was very enhanced by that wizard, which is very adept. However, his explosion still does pretty damn good, and it's a lot more spread out. And the walls begun to light in that area.
Gotcha. So that was still all within the first round, correct?
Yes.
I'll move one more forward.
All right. This is going to be a round of goblin and words. This is going to be a round of goblin.
A round of goblin.
Eh.
They're throwing goblins? They're crazy.
They're firing balls of goblins out of catapults. Holy
The
shit!
goblins, because they fire faster, are going to get 3.
Holy shit, one of them hit.
All right, so 1 hit. This is just like, I'm not assuming all of the fucking archers hit you, like all of them fired. It's just like certain parts, you know. Like this is like a third. This is like a third of them hit you essentially. Not all of them are like fully at the ready yet. By the way, this isn't like they're ready for a charge. They see a single guy and they're like, "Hey, let's shoot at him."
Ooh.
So that's what they're doing. And they're at one point. It seems like almost some of them are almost trying to miss on purpose
What would
to like make you dance.
Damn, pretty boy.
So damage.
Give me a sec. Where is it? There it is.
Not
22.
that bad. 22.
2 of them?
Oh, so 2 of them hit, pretty much. Is what you're
Yep.
saying?
Well,
Gotcha.
Not
Oh,
saying
I see.
just 2 arrows hit you. Is like multiple arrows.
Swarms.
Most of it
Gotcha.
bounces off of your armor, but you got a couple sticking out of you there,
Six.
Chief.
D5. There we
Alright.
go.
So
And
on the
my, I was gonna say then my side attacks, right? Hopefully.
also, by the way, I'd say every time you move forward again, do your health regen.
That's right. So can I do it twice then? Because I moved
Yeah.
twice already. So that's 2 for each one. I'm at 69.
Hell yeah.
High five, bro.
And so he has a stands out, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
That's in
I'm not
range.
in range though.
I mean,
I'm at 20
it's
feet
20.
at this point. Wait,
Fine.
but sorry, can you hit me with your heal spell?
Dude, no, fuck off.
Alright, sorry.
Go Garbanzo to do it.
No, I'm definitely out of Garbanzo's range. His is 15.
So, you ready to go again?
Well,
We start
yeah,
shooting at him.
yeah,
No,
I was about to
there's-
say
there-
that
They're still like hitting the wall and everything. It's starting to light
All
more
right.
with the more arrows that hit it. The fireball areas that they hit earlier, they aim at different places, pretty much doing the same thing again. Which, by the way, that means take 2 uses away, Angel. How many uses are you using? 3 in total?
yeah,
said-
he's only used 3.
Okay. So the second one, just go ahead and get rid of 3, and I'll use them up as needed for the rounds that they're used.
Oh.
Woo.
Um,
Otherwise, then
You're hit by orc and goblin this time, though.
yeah, I move forward more. There we go.
So these are going to be the goblin rolls,
Nicety.
and this is going to be the orc rolls.
I knew it would be a good idea to save the armor potion.
As those 2 landed.
He's about to take like 40 damage.
Damn it, Frenchie, why didn't you save your armor potion?
I never had it.
Oh, excuses, excuses.
Yeah,
So what's
Does
the
the guy
damage
didn't
like,
wanna heal
Alex?
funny.
What's the damage? How much am I in debt?
We'll see.
20.
Damn,
Oh, that's
it's a lot of damage.
It's like
What, 49 now?
only our year healed you before. Weird.
So I would like to cast a heal spell on myself this round.
Also, the more now that the wall's lighting, on top of the fact that like there's gonna be smoke, there's gonna be like noise of arrows being shot, fireball noises, explosion, and everything going off. You've woke up the orcs and the goblins. They know there's they think there's an attack going on. So more and more archers are getting up on that wall, and you see one of the gates, one of the 2 gates they have on this side. One right here, one right here. The one on the right over here opens, and a few orcs start coming out. Roughly 10 to 20 are starting to walk out now.
But I imagine they're going the same pace as me.
Slower.
Alright, that's good.
They don't really seem to give too much of a shit just yet.
Alright.
They see one guy. And they keep seeing random spells being cast. They probably think it's just you.
Big brain.
Ooh.
I'm
not
healing for
required.
13. 50, 62. Alrighty then. I don't know what's the state of the wall now.
It's begun to light in two places. Probably roughly about here near the gate, and right here in the middle.
One more forward.
All right. This time it is just going to be goblin arrows here.
Wouldn't you think they're less accurate because of the smoke and everything? Be hard. No.
Looks all less
I mean,
accurate.
I think the other thing, like, there's not that much just yet. Not
And
that
also, I'm getting
so far.
closer in the sense that the disadvantage of the smoke is also getting taken over with the fact that I'm closer now.
He's like right below.
Yeah, like I made it a lot easier to shoot me in the same sense. So we're
One hit. 4 damage.
I'm at 50. I forgot to heal last time, did I? Nah, I don't care anymore. So I'm gonna say I took 2 damage then.
All right.
Yeah.
Explosion hits for the third and last time. Over here, I guess, where the orcs are actually starting to come out of. He pretty much they hit him right on the gate with that shit. And though the gate is like metal bars, everything around the gate lights on fire.
Ooh, fancy.
So that gate's burning. The 10 to 20 orcs that have come out are now stuck outside for the moment, unless they go to the other gate, which is now starting to light. The ones on top, a lot of them are like trying to get off the wall on parts where they'd be trapped. But for the most part, there seems to be more of them on there, but it doesn't seem like more going onto the wall at this point. However, there's definitely a lot more of them up there than there were earlier. So things are definitely going to get worse.
So this turn I'm also casting a heal spell on myself.
Okay.
Oh buddy, a whopping 5.
Ooga. Ooga.
Alrighty then. One more
now-
forward, I'm on Molotov range.
All right. This time, both the orcs and the goblins are going to shoot. So this is going to be the goblins,
Nice.
and they're going to be shooting 4 times now because there's more of them. They hit once. This is going to be the orcs. Who hit once. So 1 for the goblins, 1 for
Goblin.
There's the goblin, which is 6. Here's the orc, which is 17.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Hey, this is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
It is.
Look
So
on the
that's
bright
23
side, you can
damage.
use your breath attack now.
Don't worry, it might be 23 damage, but guess what? I healed 2, so it was only 21.
Oh, that's good.
So I only took 40. I only have 44 health now.
You only
I'd like to
took
throw
2
the
plus
first
2.
lit Molotov at this place right here.
I'll show you a lit
Alright. You
Molotov.
hit an unlit part of the wall, and it lights up real fucking quick with that alcohol.
Damn,
Any
those
part
dwarves
of
really know
liquid
what they're
touched
doing.
Lit up in flame. You started the fire is probably about. If you want to burn this thing to the ground, it will probably. You don't know how good the orcs are at putting up fires, is the issue, or if they would even give enough of a shit. So, you don't know if this is enough fire or not, but it
If
is.
they're anything like ogres, they don't like fire.
It's definitely on fire.
You mean trolls, Axel?
That was ogres.
Well, earlier we fought a troll.
Oh yeah, trolls don't like
You
fire.
guys haven't
Those are the
fought.
ogres.
You guys have fought 1 ogre so far.
Ogres don't like fire, right?
I don't know.
No,
He
no,
probably
doesn't
just
like
wants to
fire.
know what we're doing in this swamp.
I don't
Yeah,
like
Shark
fire.
don't like. Let's say Shark doesn't like fire.
Anyways, so there's no more explosion happening, but the wizards keep shooting fireballs, so that is something that's helping out lighting, as well as the guys have begun to run out of fire arrows at this point.
So normal arrows.
Alrighty then.
Well, I mean, there's no point in shooting normal arrows at the wall. Unless
Not
you're
many.
trying to put things on top.
Yeah, you meant.
I throw the second Molotov.
The guys ask if they should continue shooting or not, as it might give away their location.
As I mentioned before to them, they are free to leave once they feel unsafe.
They stick around, but they stop shooting. So, anyways, you chuck another one.
Yep. So I have one left now.
This time, only the orcs are going to be shooting. A lot of the goblins are getting scared and trying to get off the wall right now.
And I want to scroll that one and leave. They're kind of fell.
And so let me give you a second. Just the orcs.
Just remember, Sawyer didn't want to heal me.
Just remember who's gonna heal you when we get back in range.
Final word.
None of them hit.
Well then.
You know what I gotta do? Throwing that last Molotov.
You hit the wall, it lights. At this point, you're pretty sure the wall is, there's no saving, at least most of it. Unless there's just a torrential rain, which there can't be in a cavern. Should be fine.
I don't know, I just imagine it's just fucking like, weather's like, yeah, fuck this logic, and it starts raining.
That'd be pretty funny.
So, what next, Axel?
Gotta go back.
Are they gonna fire at me?
Well, I want to know what you're doing first. Are you running away? Because that'll decide accuracy.
Well, I already used. No, I'm gonna stand here still.
So you got another? You're gonna check another Molotov or something?
I'm out of Molotovs, but like
You
I
chucked
use that
two.
Molotov. I took 3.
You didn't chuck 3. You chuck 2.
Wait, 1 attack, 2 attack. You sure?
Yeah, you've only thrown 2, man.
All right, then I'll throw the 3rd.
Okay. The wall at this point, it's unsavable. There's nothing. There's nothing that these dudes can do with it, even if they had tons of buckets of water. You don't think there's no way they could get out here, especially with the gates burning and everything, to fix it.
I'm gonna guess there's no way for them to attack back now as well.
It's essentially their wall is like really big logs with like the ones in front have sharpened top and then the ones in the back don't. And it's layered. It's like 3 logs layered of thick of wall. The first like logs are just gone at this point. There's no way there's going to save the first layer of logs. The second layer of logs is probably going to burn a shit ton, and the third layer, I mean, you could literally rip that down if you had a strong enough person, or like chop through it. Pretty
Let me
cool.
use my breath attack.
Let me do my stuff first, though. So the goblins that are left are going to shoot. The orcs are starting to leave, but they're also going to shoot. So here is the goblins. And here is the orcs. Wait, did I do 4 of those? I didn't. Whoops, it's supposed to be 4 goblin attacks. Oh, no one hit. I hit twice with the goblins. That's it.
Oh, twice.
19.
19 and be what? 34, 25.
Plus 2 HP.
Plus 2 HP. I'm at 27, buddies. All right, and you claim the wall was unsalvageable now, right?
The first layer is. Second layer is definitely going to get damaged by the time they could possibly put this out with buckets of water. If they can put it out. And the third one might get damaged. You're not sure.
I swear you changed what you said, but all right.
Well, I mean, the third one doesn't really matter because, like, some of the warriors back in camp could chop through that with an axe.
Hmm.
Cool.
What do you guys think? Should I use my flame attack or should I run?
I think you should run.
I think you should use your flame attack and then run.
Both.
Both.
Am I allowed to do that? No, because I'm barely at range. I'd have to run, then use my flame attack.
I mean,
But then you wouldn't have range for your flame attack.
That's what I mean.
here's the thing, Chief. You at the moment, you're 10, 20, you're 20 away. So you would have to get one closer. However, you've been healing whilst moving. I'm not stopping you from moving and doing an action.
No, because my range. I'm right within range to use it. No.
What's your range? I thought it was 15.
Well, it's 20.
Oh, it's 20? You can hit it from there, yeah.
It's 20.
You can do it and then run away. I don't give a shit.
I don't know.
Alright, then yeah, I'm gonna use
Just,
one
hey,
flame.
losers!
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my breath attacks, and I'm gonna backpedal away now.
Yes, you can handle the neutron
Breath attack,
style.
backpedal.
Okay. Breath attack damage real quick. See how effective.
That's right. That's a thing.
Hey, not bad.
Can this wall do a DC save?
It fails.
Does it do double damage?
No.
Would.
Really?
Should.
I'm not. It's not actual damage. You know how much actual damage you have to do to this wall to kill its HP? It's
Like
just lighting it on fire.
4.
Standard.
Well, I meant by damage. I meant in the sense how effective was it? It was
Oh,
double
I mean-
effective.
I was just trying to see like rough effectiveness.
Was it super effective, though?
Like for instance, if you hit like above 50, like the halfway point on your damage, I was gonna say that it was extra effective. If you hit below the halfway point, I was gonna say it just did what it did, and lit it up. If you rolled like the lowest number you could, it was gonna be shitty.
Unfortunate.
I just realized all this fire on this wall isn't mostly mine.
Yeah,
No, stupid idea. I'm not gonna eat the fire. Gotta run.
Also, I'm glad I didn't order this medium rare because I ordered this medium. It's medium rare.
Yeah.
How mad would you guys be if I just decide to eat this fire?
You would probably die, so you probably shouldn't.
it's our loss, not mine.
And I'd be at full health. But just that,
Okay.
you know, everything we worked for would be enough for nothing.
Yeah, don't do that.
And do it again.
They gonna shoot or can I run again?
Here, I'll shoot. Here, hold up. Just the goblin shooting this time. Hits once. Seven.
Take five damage.
22.
Also, I should probably mention this. Oh, my nose. Suddenly it starts raining.
Huh.
God
Wait,
damn,
aren't we
dumb fuck.
underground?
It begins raining only on the wall.
They have water spells.
Shame.
Should have used napalm.
Can I use cook chow?
That's what their liquor most likely was.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Axel turns around and with his perception sees there is a shaman standing on top of the wall chanting.
Can we shoot at said shaman? We see him.
If you're within range.
I point the shaman out to the rest of the group to help concentrate their fire towards it.
Okay, now roleplay doing that?
Sorry, by any chance, can you reach me with your heal spell?
No.
Fuck. 'Cause
I'll
I'm not
take a
gonna
shot
last
at the
long.
shaman. Back. See?
So what?
I'll also,
My aim at the shaman. In part, like, do I see it?
Yeah, see him.
I'm gonna heal. But first, I'm gonna move probably one forward still. I
Do I
need
hit?
health.
I
Do I
could probably move up. If you need
9.
me to, Axel.
I'm at 31. Like, you can't. Like, how far is your heal spell?
Like 20 feet.
That bad?
What do you mean
Oh, point out
bad?
The archers
That's one,
have,
two. I'd have to be here for you to touch me.
the archers over here, all y'all's archers. They start shooting normal arrows, not at the wall,
At the shaman.
but at the 20 orcs now rushing you.
Hmm.
They,
That's actually a good point.
they started running.
Wait, who started running?
The orcs that were outside.
Okay. Well, I was aiming at the shaman. Did I hit him? 15? Or...
Oh, my tooth. Ow. Yes. With a 15?
Can we use
Yes.
Yes.
just so I can know where they're at? Can we use this to tell me where the orcs are?
Sure.
They've got a hostage.
23.
Can we say? Wait, are we gonna say they're there then, or
Say what? Sorry.
so? Are we saying they're here then, or is that not right?
No, that's right.
It
Does
just gives
that-
me a better idea to see when I should run.
There's the interrupt.
The ones at the head of the group are right there.
No. Do I interrupt his water spell by shooting him at all?
No. But you do hit. So.
Keep hitting him, French man.
Well, sure will whenever he starts moving again.
I like to shoot as well.
Yeah. Amazing.
Give me 1 moment.
You think-
The orcs and the goblin shoot.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just...
F. F enchant. Oh.
Huh.
Ah, the two-sided.
Both
I think
sides of the coin have been hit.
I think Axel might be dead.
I was gonna say, 2 shots landed on me, but they rolled a nat. 3 shots, I guess, landed on me, but they rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, but they also they're rolling that 20.
Can we say they killed their own wizard by accident? Just one of the goblins tries to aim and actually shot the wizard in his spell hand.
Axel's down.
One of them does exactly that.
Good
Yay.
There's a lot of infighting amongst them, so maybe he pissed one of them off. You don't know, but by some divine right, the spellcaster is hit with another arrow from behind. and dies.
So yeah, I'm down. Because he's all for the...
yeah.
Wait.
The rain stops. However, Axel is unconscious.
Automatic.
Hmm.
What do we do about that?
Frenchie, can you take their fire and I can get to him?
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, but I can get him back up.
Um,
Make him nice and healthy.
yeah.
I'm also down, though, so you'd have to, you know...
Get Xena dig.
Should have taught Xena dig, you're right, Angel.
Can you do something, man?
Because they won't go.
Frenchie,
Yeah.
just tell me, are you gonna help me or not?
Yes. But we'll ask the mercenary if they're willing to walk up a little bit. If it can attract the fire. The fire?
Or at least hit the goblins or something?
We're asking the mercenary if they walk up a little bit so the archer
No, they're
might-
already hitting these guys, so that's part... They're doing their part, if you think of it.
Yeah, but
those
some
are
of
a
them are
bunch
like
of-
here, right? Some are out of range. They walk in range. We're not as targeted as.
Well, Frenchie, can you at least hit the goblins then? To maybe lower the amount of arrows being fired at me?
That's what I'm saying. If like everybody gets in range with like the arrows, there'd be less focus on you. Right?
I'd say that's probably how it'd work.
Might not want to. That's what I'm
I was here. I know, because I was one too far away from Sawyer. Like, Sawyer, all you gotta do is step 1 forward and you can heal me.
Yeah, but then you down.
I was
immediately,
gonna
like-
try and get as close to you as I could and then put a dome around us and do some healing.
Nah, just do 1 heal spell and I should be good, hopefully.
Okay.
Wait, how strong is your heal spell?
It's the same old heal spell, it's just like 2d4s and then my passive healing.
That's right. I would say his idea of you both walking forward would help French. Because the others would probably get 1 shot, except for Xena. Xena could probably take 2 shots.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one with 12 HP or the one with 24 HP, but like me.
Yeah,
Xena,
3 of you. All 3 of you walk forward once. You could all take a shot.
And the mercenaries. That's what I'm asking them if they want to like walk forward so we can get him.
No, we need their faith in us, so I can't have them getting hurt.
Yeah.
But if they see us risking our lives for their cause, they
Well,
probably
also
would raise.
go. I'm
Come on,
not saying
Frankie, let's
take
just go. The three of us is all we need.
them.
Yeah. Because, like, how many shots shot at me last? I think it was like 6.
I think it's only 4. No, it was 6.
A lot more.
Oh, sorry, I was choking on my steak a little bit.
Hot.
I was trying to tell you. Was one of the remember the adventuring gnome?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sprint forward and grabs Axel and takes him. Suddenly, his arms bulge, and he takes him, spins him, and flings him out of their range.
Well, that's
However,
wrong.
What the fuck?
when that happens, a shaman on top of the wall hits him with a bolt of electricity. He falls to his knees, and suddenly every arrow that was shot seems to almost home in on him. Not a single one missed that was shot. And he's just a pincushion of arrows at his back. And he falls to the ground dead. But Axel's safe.
We had a better plan, but that works.
Am I invisible again?
The arrows are starting to seem to hit you guys. They're starting to be able to hit you guys somewhat.
Alright, I'm
The
gonna.
mercenaries and the other adventurer and the wizard all begin to run.
I think it's
I'm
them.
gonna run over.
Carry me in retreat. Just carry me in retreat.
Frankie, what's your strength?
Better
Hey.
you.
16.
Go fucking carry him.
But we have to carry the guy too, right?
Don't.
Dead.
No, leave him. He's a fucking gnome.
No, he's dead also.
Yeah,
So
leave,
Alex said.
leave his bitch ass gnome face.
Saved your life. It's all you
Find
and
his
Prod.
body.
Fuck him.
Yeah, light his fire. Angel, use your explosion on his body to destroy it.
Give him a Viking burial, and by that I mean blow his fucking dumbass up. Worthless ass gnome.
All right, Angel, you blow him up. Frenchie, you pick me up.
Oh!
Light as a feather. Look at that.
Whoa! Tammy's strong! Yeah, so Angie, you gonna blow up the body?
Yes.
Yes. Blow up the gnome! Yeah!
He casts explosion, and when he does, the body disintegrated. However, you see something flying through the air. It flies through the air, and it lands right here.
Wait, right where?
His sword.
Ah.
Time to get that sword.
Yeah, earlier.
It is a good sword, but it's right in front of the fucking orcs.
And the second thing you see, it's very much harder to see, but some of you, not all of you, managed to see it. And
Just say me!
and it lands right here next to the wall. It's now burning really bad. Like it's fucking lit up entirely.
It's
That
his
bear
buckler.
is probably absolutely fucked, and it's his buckler.
That's fucked.
As much as I would like a buckler, fuck him. It was touched by a gnome. I never want to see that shit again.
Well, I mean,
You
likelihood
want
of us also getting towards it with survival is very low.
Even
Especially since one of them is front of fucking 20 orcs. Actually, is this still
I will
orcs over
point out.
here?
There's one thing I want to point out real quick. All of the things that were on top of the wall are now all getting off of the wall.
No more shooting.
There's still a few on there, but they're all trying to get off, and it's packed.
I
How many
think
orcs
we
are we
should.
saying are here?
Over here outside, at this point left, like with the adventurers shooting at them and everything, there's probably about, I'd say, 11 orcs.
You could take them if we want these items.
A couple of them are already wounded with arrows.
I think we should heal Axel and try to take him.
All right.
So
There is one
I
thing.
wanna-
At this point in the battle, trying to light this, you guys see, you can see this. You can see the undead now across the field. They are now about halfway over that field on their way. Fuck everything up over here
Are they heading towards the wall? Towards
towards the main like front.
I think we can get away with it, guys.
This could
Okay,
add a little
who
bit.
has the
more
high?
to it.
Who has the highest medicine check right now?
Not me. Frenchie?
Dawn had it.
Well, because Garbanzo has a medicine check of 2.
1. Oh.
1.
Alright,
Also,
well, Garbanzo.
Second thing I forgot to mention. On the ground, around everything here, you see a shaman who is on top of the wall. He casts a spell, and suddenly, little tiny light. There'd been mounds all over the ground, but you thought it was just like wear and tear on the ground from battle or explosions. However, you now see there's a tons of little mounds, and even near where you guys are right now, it roughly stops around the area actually that you can that the bows can reach. So you're pretty much safe from it. Little tiny pink lights turn on. You see glowing little pink lights coming from almost every single mound.
Now, what is the ground made of here?
It's like I'd say there's soil some places. Like there's definitely dirt here. There's dirt. There's sediment, gravel, whatever it may be. It's soft. You know, you can dig in it, stuff like that. However, some places where there's craters from like past battles, you see the dirt doesn't go down very far. It hits rock pretty quick.
You still have the apple? An apple tree. No. Not the
It is a plan.
That is not a...
If you could manage to roll a nat 20 and make a fucking apple ant. Otherwise, yeah. Someone heal me.
Have Garbanzo stabilize you.
Fine, Garbanzo's gonna attempt to stabilize me with the medicine check. He failed.
Yep. But not
Ow.
so bad you got a failure.
Is he allowed to try multiple times, or is it just the once?
Say that since you're not in active combat, yes, he can. If he does do it again, though, I'll have to move the orcs forwards.
If
My
someone else does it, do you need to move him forward, or does that not count?
Once everybody is like done an action, yeah. I'm just saying if nobody else is going to do an action, and that's all he did.
Angel, try to pick me up, please.
Me picking him up and down didn't help. Or...
You physically picked me up. I'm trying to get healed so I could grab this sword.
If I like lift him up and down fast enough, maybe he'll wake up, right?
Sounds like a bad idea.
Angel, medicine check, please.
There you go.
So you just had to say please.
I do need a constitutional saving throw from you, Axel.
Saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay. You're stabilized, by the way.
Sawyer, heal spell on me, please.
Alright, so Oonga Boonga, and then the 4 from, or the other, an additional 2 from the stand, so that's like 8 health.
Plus 2 from your ring. 10. Or
No,
ring
'cause
and passive, whatever.
I would consider myself being down not in combat, so I'm not going to take those 2.
I'll be right back.
How would the ring work if it's down? Would it still heal you? Probably not,
Okay,
right?
I had to turn my light out.
Right.
So otherwise, what do we want to do?
I think we should go for the sword.
Alright, Sawyer, you go for the sword.
I'm not going for the sword.
Well, I can't go right away. I need to at least heal myself a couple times before I could actually join combat.
Have Frenchie
I'm
go
at
for the
8
sword. I can't pick it up.
Why
Yeah,
not?
you could physically pick it up, yes.
Nuh-uh. Never.
Are we gonna give up on the buckler, or should we just go for the
I mean, the
sword? and call
buckler
it
is
a
like here, no?
I ain't running all the way to that fucking wall for a burning buckler.
All right, so I'd say the three of you go towards it. I'm gonna heal a couple times, and after that, I'll go help.
I'd say that you guys probably have about 10 turns before the undead get here, by the way.
All right, let's go, boys.
Well, the
Come on,
sword's here.
Frenchie. Frenchie,
Make
we're
our
going
way
for the
there.
sword.
Garbanzo's gonna be moving forward.
Come on, Frenchie, let's go get that sword.
With 35 speed, that doesn't really work, right? If it's 10 per.
Yeah, it's kind of an
Uh,
issue.
So like half.
So what, are we saying they could move 2 then, if it's their full speed?
It'd be 3, no?
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, 30 would be 3. So are we allowed to move more than just 1, so Alex, or should we just continue doing 1?
Because the ground is really uneven, it was already really hard for you to move up, as well as being shot with arrows constantly did slow you down. I would say now, because there's not that many of them shooting as there were earlier, but because all of these mounds are glowing, unless you want to, if you want to avoid stepping on the mounds, you need to move slower. You'll be
Alright,
moving
then,
one
yeah.
square at a time. If you
I'm
don't
moving
care
one
about
square at a
stepping on
time.
the mounds, you can move 20 to like 30 roughly. If
Are
you have
we-
like 35, you can move 3 spuns. If you have like anything like 20, you can move 2.
Are we
Those,
on
yeah.
a big patch of dirt?
See what?
Are we on a large patch of dirt?
For the most part, there's craters every once in a while, but for the most part, yeah. And there's a lot of mounds.
Now, I presume these are mines that these lights are. I would like to put my hand on the ground and get good old Mother Nature to detonate these mines.
Nature check.
Woohoo.
You managed to set off 1 mine.
Woohoo.
However, it was a lot bigger of an explosion than you thought it was going to be.
Cool.
If you were to set off all of these, you would all die.
I want to do it again.
I think
I'm
I'll
glad
give
you didn't nat 20 that.
You're just gonna party wipe us if I got a nat 20? Is that what you're
I
telling
was
me?
gonna roll a lot of damage numbers, so
those guys. Maybe not me. Maybe.
Frenchie, are
Sawyer.
you good not gonna move forward with them?
I mean, I don't think it's worth for a sword that we're. Because
Alright then.
Motherfucker,
How's
Frenchie.
what?
How's all?
We have 10 turns to walk at least what 12. So if we're not if we're careful, it's 1 per turn.
Fucking move and help me get this sword, you lazy asshat.
Be nicer
you-
to Frenchie.
No, he's being a lazy asshat.
You're an idiot. It's different.
Alright, then let's just escape. when we
Yeah,
have
let's
our chance,
leave. Frenchie doesn't want to help.
then. Okay,
Yeah.
so Alex, we're escaping instead then.
Alright, and the orcs are not giving a shit about the mines. But they are like dodging them kind of. Roughly. But a few of them have stepped on them at this point. They're down to like 9 or so, and they're chasing you still as you leave. And everybody leaves, you go out through the passage. You keep running and you keep hearing the orcs behind you. You hear another explosion or two, and you hear shouting in the cave passage as you guys are running away. So yeah, and you guys make it back to the encampment. I assume you guys want to head all the way back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody makes it back. The orcs end up making it to the encampment wall, but are shot down by the archers waiting for them.
For guys.
Can
Yeah.
I investigate their bodies for any goodies?
One moment. So I just want to point out now, by the way, that those items will probably not be there anymore. So I just want to tell you what they were.
Yeah.
The buckler,
Hmm.
it was going to be a +2 AC buckler that had a magic spell that could essentially send things flying.
I kind of would have wanted that.
And it would have been about like, I think I didn't have the uses written yet, but I would probably put it like 3 out of 3 uses.
That was definitely high risk, high reward.
Yeah, you,
The
Yeah.
buckler was is good,
Mm.
but you probably would have gotten fucking killed, more than likely, honestly. But the sword, essentially, the sword was a short sword. However, it was it had a unique name.
hmm.
It's, oh, fuck, how do you say this? I don't even know how you're supposed to say this. I was just gonna copy and paste it.
Might as
Just
well.
copy and paste it.
Put in chat. See.
Highlight this.
Were both of these made of metal?
It was called Elding,
Elding?
I guess you would say. It this
Elding.
Elding.
Elding. It means lightning in Norse.
Mm.
But yeah, and it could shoot lightning, of course. It would have had 3 out of 3 uses for the lightning thing. Lightning spell, very strong. It had a very high DC. However, it was just a short sword with electric damage essentially. So it would have just been a D6 plus a D4 of lightning with
But-
melee.
Alex.
But the lightning shock would have done a lot more.
But Alex, did it have a wooden handle?
No,
Okay, then it was useless to me.
I mean
It would have been great for
essentially-
Frenchie.
it had like leather wrapped over metal.
So I'd imagine we got to report our findings to the captain
Also,
now.
I will point out the short sword.
Hmm.
He was using a short sword and a dagger most of the time, like a dagger in his offhand, a short sword in the other. Rogues in my world, short swords, they can backstab.
Mm. Fun.
I have short sword.
That's what I mean. You could have used that plus one of your other ones still.
Last
Done
time
your
I
dual wield attack.
backstab.
You have to be a rogue to backstab.
Okay, fair enough. Well, no. Well,
Yeah, you have the ability to backstab.
I learned how to stab someone in the back.
Well,
Whoa.
You learned how to do it better, so now it's crits.
Yeah, I get it. It's
So do
just
we need to
funny.
report our findings to the captain now? I'd imagine.
Essentially, what happens when you run in, the thing I stopped you for the most, is also, besides from that, telling you what the items were, was you go in, and the captain greets you immediately. He sees none of his men have even taken a wound. You have had the shit kicked out of you. He sees that. He has healers come over and heal you back to full. Your wounds are treated and everything. You also need to lower your AC back down.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second, dude. We go 87 health.
But yeah, he pats you on the back and he congratulates all of you, and all of the after you tell what happened, he, like, besides from just congratulating you on surviving, was they're awestruck that you managed to completely burn down the wall with all of those, like, how many archers they would have had and everything. When you talk about how the undead were heading there to attack and how they had pretty much gotten there when you left and the wall was fully burning down, they all gather up as quickly as possible and start preparing. The captain looks to you and said, since you've had so many, you're clearly your ideas have worked so far. How would you like to take the place of my lieutenant for now? Says to Axel.
Axel goes, Konnichiwa, Desu Captain-san.
Let's see.
Up until we get her, until we free her, would you like to command?
I'm thinking actually though. There's a thing. It's hard to say what we can do without seeing the location as it is.
No, he explains that they're gonna hit one of the two sides, and if you accept to be his lieutenant, he'll let you make that choice, as long as you give him your reason why.
Well, my choice is gonna be we're gonna go back towards the part we. Is a tricky thing because this is my logic, all right? There's a side we hit, there's a side we didn't hit, right? I'd imagine most of those orcs and zombies are gonna be towards the side we hit, for obvious reasons. They're gonna try defending that point, as well as they're gonna be offending that point. Meaning the side we didn't hit it's gonna have less people. Meaning it
Yes,
should be
but
easier
you
to
will
get
have to
through.
go completely around.
Yeah.
They explain there's
Probably.
no route that will lead you to the other side. You would have to go through the field.
Mm.
They mentioned that the other side's actually only made out of 2 logs, specifically because they kept getting hit on the front and that side that you guys came from, which is the one that they had attacked previously. So actually, that far side is much weaker than the other 2.
Does he believe we have the firepower still to destroy that wall within the hit?
He says he doesn't know. It depends on how many more times the fire wizard and angel can probably hit it.
Are we
Fire
saying we
arrow
long
wise,
rested?
he's pretty much equipped them with everything. No, it hasn't been an hour. They just healed the fuck out of you.
That's right. Because that Angel's still down to what, 2 blasts?
3.
Yeah.
He says
2.
that y'all might be able to.
Oh,
He says that there are 2 very good options, unless you have another idea, which are to come up behind the undead that are attacking the main force that they've sent over, and take as many of them out as possible, and then just push forward and wipe out the greenskins. Or there's actually 3. The second one is like you could just wait until the undead decide to leave, and then just immediately attack before they can rebuild the greenskins. Because the undead are either going to add all of them to their army, or they might leave again like they did last time.
We can't afford the chance.
The
Especially
captain,
with the captives in there.
The captain said he was talking amongst his captains, and one of the adventuring wizards pointed out that there's the possibility that the greenskins aren't even really a threat to the undead. Maybe they're just a farm for more corpses. Greenskins reproduce very quickly. They
That's a
could
good
just be
point.
using them as
You said
fuel.
they did once the humans pretty much left. They left, right?
Mhm.
So it's also probably safe to say they probably took some corpses and then left themselves.
He says it's only a theory, however. It may not be that way. If we were to attack and right after the undead leave and they turn around and do it again, we'll be wiped out. We'll stand no chance against both sides again. We barely survived by the skin of our teeth last time.
I say we head towards the spot we hit. We'll evaluate the situation. We won't get in towards the side of danger, but just close enough where we can see their their motives. If we see that the zombies plan to overtake them there and then, we'll attack from behind. If not, then we'll wait till they leave.
He says there's also the third option, which is attack the undead whilst they're busy with the greenskins.
Actually, yeah, let's just go with that. Let's go attack the undead. We're more suited for them, right?
Yeah.
And we'd imagine they didn't take their whole force that they have. Feeling like it's our best bet.
The surviving rogue points out that he did check out their numbers before y'all left a little bit. Took a quick. Without being at a vantage point, it may not be as accurate as he would like. However, they probably had a good 300 or so going towards the greenskins. They say that we don't have, as we said earlier, we don't know how many undead there are. However, we know roughly how many they sent the last time, like over towards the greenskins.
We have fire on our side. As long as we bombard them before we send our front lines, we should be good.
They say they only sent about 200 to maybe 250 the last time. Also, he said he did see the elite unit. of magic casters and knights and warriors and whatnot, rather than just basic undead.
Oh wait, aren't you going to the gym?
No, he canceled.
Mm.
Okay, I was just making sure because it was almost midnight for you, right? Never mind.
Not even close.
Yeah, I'm over here worried. I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, plus
What do
it's
you
only
guys
like
think?
it's only like 20 minutes away.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
I like the
Honestly, I say we attack behind the zombies, having
I
the
agree.
wizards once again bombard them to help thin their numbers as the melee units attack the rest.
I
What do you think?
agree.
You agree, Frenchman?
Yeah, makes sense.
Mexican man?
Perhaps.
Okay, then that's what we're going with then, Alex.
You guys are doing what?
We're gonna go attack the backside of those zombies.
Okay. So you everybody gathers up. They prepare. They have their weapons ready.
Before we head out, can I talk to the captain of the adventurers? The one that leads them?
Sure.
Because that's what the rogue was a part of their team, right?
The rogue was their captain.
Oh, so
Second
can I
command.
talk to second command?
It's the very big warrior stands before you and states that he's the new leader.
I'd like to get on a knee and give him my condolences that he had lost his life saving me.
The warrior clocks you as hard as he can. You take a D8 of damage.
You want to roll the D8 or should I?
5 damage. He screams out. His life wasn't worth that of your pathetic ass.
I never claimed it to be so.
I disagree.
He should have left you there in your suicide charge, but no, now he's dead and you're here.
I agree.
Like blowing up his
Disagree.
body.
We don't even get to bury him.
We did make sure that he wouldn't be able to be used as cannon fodder for the enemy forces at least.
At least I won't have to fight him on the battlefield, I suppose. He throws out a hand to you to help you up.
Ugh, gross.
I accept his hand up and we get back in line to go face these zombies.
The captain of the actually sorry, as the captain of the like mercenaries and whatnot is making a speech, trying to embolden everyone. A moment. He does a pretty decent speech. Everyone's prepared, everyone's ready. Hopes are high, but they know this is going to be the last chance they're going to get to do anything meaningful down here. Who knows, maybe they won't even have enough numbers to defend afterwards if they fail. A grim determination sets in. The weaponsmith walks over to Frenchie, who y'all left really quickly, so he didn't have time to get his fire arrow. That was the last time, and he walks over and he hands you some fire or some arrows that are very fire arrows, whatever. And states, I might die when we go out there. There's no for sure that I'll even be able to make it back up top and use any of this money that I'm trying to make. So here you go.
Thanks.
Maybe it'll help you survive what is probably going to be the end of most of us.
We'll try our best.
And you all set out. So, Frenchie, add fire arrows to your equipment.
Fire arrow pog.
You also should probably put arrows in there now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Should I put bolts?
Yeah.
I'll put it right underneath my crossbow.
So yeah, you guys head out, and the group decides that the more heavily armored from every group will move up first in the line. This includes the captain and Axel. Pretty much anybody who is really nimble as well, since they can just dodge arrows, are also asked to go to the front. The wizards and more weaker people, especially ones without shields, are put in the back line. They have ladders prepared in case somehow the wall still stands. If not, then it can be hopefully used on that like hastily put together tower. And so you said you're coming up behind the undead, or you're attacking the undead?
Beyond
That was the
undead?
plan, right? Behind the undead to attack them, right?
Okay, so you're going to the Greenskins. Okay, I thought you were going to the undead keep.
No.
Okay, never mind. So, you all head out. There's probably about altogether, you've probably got about 25 to 30 people. All of the support people, even the non-warriors and who aren't too like experienced and whatnot, weaponsmith and everything. Everybody's armored up as best they can. Everybody's equipped with what weapons and bows and stuff they can. They're prepared to head out here. A lot of the weaker guys are going to be carrying things like ladders and whatnot to get there, but essentially any of the really armored people are asked to like essentially like if when it comes time to get to the tower or the wall, whichever one they have to do, the heavily armored people are to carry the ladders. This is the most likely to actually make it to the wall. And then the nimble people are meant to support any of the weaker, like spellcasters and ranged people and whatnot. Stay in the back. They take out anybody shooting at us or any sort of like troops we may find. If for some reason we come up behind the undead, we don't make it to the wall, and instead we're met with troops in the field, it is essentially going to be just anybody. It's going to be a charge. If
No.
that is like a winnable battle. However, the two wizards who do have stealth spells, one of them would want to go with you, are going to be helping everybody stay stealthed as soon as we come out of the passage, and we're going to get a good look at what's going on before any full decisions are made. But those are currently the battle tactics that have been thought out.
No. How long do you think this is supposed to take?
What do you mean?
Like actual time?
Like actual time? Probably about until you would get to a good stopping point. 2 hours? Hour and a half?
I think we should just stop here and just pick up next time then.
That's what I was going to say, because this is right now the best stopping time, and I wanted to make sure before we actually went around and did this that everyone was willing to devote that much time towards it.
Oh, shit.
I want to go cook food at some point because I'm starving. To be
I
honest.
get you. Well, we'll stop here.
Yeah.
But this is right before you guys come out of the passage, essentially. There's not really anybody as you're heading up.
Now, how do you think we did today, Alex?
Pretty good. There's a lot less screaming at each other than usual.
I
Wonder
told
why.
you, it's always Dawn.
29.
Honestly,
Oh,
I didn't get really that pissed off too much. I'm pretty chill.
Ooh, a 90.
Damn.
So, who wants to do the prayer?
I'm going to save my skulls up, so not me.
I'm
I
not really
I-
religious. No.
I don't know, Angel. You want anything?
Oh no.
I could wish something for you. I don't. I got nothing, honestly. I don't really need anything.
Just a good fight, you know.
Actually, I know what I could wish for.
Oh boy. Real.
Pray for some fruit?
No, I got apples.
Who say that?
Let's see those up. Alright. Oh. Almighty nature but Jesus, bless me with a great buckler of awesomeness and nature and coolness, and make sure it's got like flames so it goes faster.
Perfect description.
Yeah. Alec,
I feel
blame.
you're gonna regret this.
I did it.
Okay. Alex?
That's not gonna work, Chief.
Oh, really?
I was just kind of hoping you would say a flaming piece of wood emerges.
Oh no. Hit you.
Honestly, right when you said a flaming one, I thought like he's not gonna be able to hold it because it's on fucking fire. I would have laughed when I was in a need to take it.
No, flames on the side so it makes you go faster.
If I roll a 100, pure 100, Sawyer dies. Oh,
Oh no.
Why
too
would
bad.
why do you like
Would
this?
would you actually kill them out of curiosity?
No, I just would have hit him with a d20 of damage.
That's mean.
That's
That's in the recording. People, there's recorded evidence of you being mean to me.
Also, with this new fame thing with it in mind, did anyone do anything worthy?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Here, hold up.
I'm just curious because
I have a note written down somewhere from the beginning. I think one of you chuckle fucks did it. Yeah, okay, so Axel gets 2 points of fame. One for having done what he did when he fucking ran up and chucked that shit and ran back. Even if he did get downed, he lived. However, he got a second point because he talked to the warrior and instead of being a fucking douchebag about it, did a realistic, like, actual thing. And it felt like actual storytelling in RP there. It was cool. So he gets a point for that.
I'm never gonna get one of those.
The dog part. The dog's the leader.
dog.
What
This
about the dog?
When Sawyer said who was the leader, and then Sawyer, the dog, said the dog's the leader. Is that not worth fame?
If anything, it'd be negative fame.
No.
I fucking hate
Why
you.
are you punishing me for being funny, man?
it was like, yeah, it's funny, but I'm not gonna give you points.
Yeah, but
because your
don't give
character
me
showed your
negative
dog as the
points.
leader. Well, yeah, it was funny, but the guy didn't find it funny. You rolled low on the charisma check.
I don't believe there should be negative fame points because I think that would make it
Not.
less fun.
Well, you're not actually getting
I didn't
negative fame
say
points.
there was
He's saying
negative
you.
fame.
I'm
points.
just saying. I know you're not giving me any. I'm just saying. I don't think there should be any to begin with.
I think there definitely should.
No, fuck off, Frenchie. You're wrong and always will
I
be.
thought about it, but then I decided not to.
Well, that was the
I
whole
knew
point,
that
Sawyer.
would never level up.
In his defense, Sawyer, you did roll for it and you didn't get a good roll. If you had gotten a good roll, I'd imagine he probably would have given you one.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, it was kind of funny. If I had remembered it, I suppose. But like, it wasn't noteworthy because I guess the roll was low.
All right, I'm ending the recording.
Bonk.
Bonk.